Check, mic 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hope everybody's having a beautiful Sunday morning. Doing? How's everybody doing out there today? Welcome. Hoping everybody's having a beautiful Sunday morning as you guys are kicked back, relaxing, enjoying this frigid weather we're having in New York. But also, we're also in the 50 states, also in Toronto. So everybody, let's kick back, relax, and let's enjoy ourselves. Once again, hope everybody's having a beautiful Sunday. Once again, hope everybody's having a beautiful Sunday. As you guys are kicked back, relaxing, everybody, please, let's enjoy the little bit of instrumentals I'm playing right now. For everybody who's celebrating Ramadan, I want to wish everybody a happy Eid. Assalamu alaikum. For all my respected Hindu brothers and sisters, Ram Ram. So once again, hope everybody's having a beautiful Sunday. Once again, I want to wish everybody a beautiful Sunday morning. As you guys are kicked back, relaxing, enjoying the beautiful Sunday, as you guys are out there doing your shopping, cooking your meals for the week. We have a couple of special guests today. We're going to have an amazing and beautiful show. I want to give a big shout out to my people at Radio Zindagi. who made it possible for me to come out here and use the AM and FM waves. So once again, you could definitely reach me on here every Sunday from 11 to 2.
ब्रेसलेट का सीरियल नंबर भेज रहा हूँ। ट्रैक इट राइट अवे।
कहूँ दो पल साथ रहूं फिर मैं अगले ही पल हूँ हवा किया जो कुछ भी कहीं मुझे कुछ याद नहीं करूँ मैं क्या ये मुझे तू बता सारी की सारी है तू गाना बारी के मुश्किल है खुद को बचाना मारी ना डाले मेरी जान निकाले अल्लाह बचाए मुझे हाय तेरे प्यार से
once again, I want to give a big shout out coming on today to give a little bit of his knowledge. Okay, so I'll let him come up and explain that. But you know, we're gonna give a big, we have a special guest, Jamie Kaz, that is coming on. You know, we're getting everything, you know, locked in and live. So give us a couple of minutes.
एक bracelet का serial number भेज रहा हूँ. Track it right
tuned
away.
in and give you guys a little bit more of an interview what's going on today in our show.
बात कहूँ दो पल साथ रहूँ फिर मैं अगले ही पल हूँ हवा किया जो कुछ भी कहीं मुझे कुछ याद नहीं करूँ मैं क्या ये मुझे तू बता सारी की सारी है तू गाना बारी के मुश्किल है खुद को बचाना मारी ना डाले मेरी जान निकाले उफ अल्लाह बचाए मुझे हाय तेरे प्यार से
All right. Once again, we got a special guest here today. We have going on today, Effie. Dr. Effie, that's going to be coming on and saying a couple of words. We also got Jamie Kaz, State and Federal Political Coordinator, that's coming on. He's going to share his knowledge. We also got a respected brother that's going to be coming on. He also sponsored today. So once again, he'll be coming on for Garden Sunset Investment Corporation. So they're going to be coming on in a couple of minutes. So everybody, let's kick back, relax, and let's enjoy our Sunday. All right, salam alaikum. This is a respected brother who actually sponsored today's show. So once again, I want to show you love for Mr. Johnny Sitar. Salam alaikum.
Ramadan Mubarak to each and every one of you.
Sorry. Can you please repeat that?
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah bless you and your radio station, your completely staff, and your family in this beautiful month of Ramadan. Nice to be here with you again one more Sunday.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful day. It's a wonderful day in the month of Laylatul Qadr. Is the night that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had lowered his stage to the lowest part of the heaven to accept our dua. And we ask each and every one of you to raise your hands above your chest and say, Allahumma innaka afwan tuhibbul afwanni. Oh Allah, You are the most forgiving one. You are the loving and forgiving for everyone. Oh Allah, we ask you to forgive us for any mistakes we make. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, I greet you with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters of humanity, may peace of Almighty God be with you. Indeed, last week I was on the radio. I could not able to finish my statement because you had so many viewers and so many speakers. But today I want to send big salam to all my brothers and sisters, Auntie D, Auntie Shan, Uncle Buddy, my loving brother, his wife Joe, and Faz. Assalamu alaikum. You guys know Mom in the hospital. She might be out there today. My loving wife, Zulaika Satar, and all the rest of the family. Not forgetting my brother in Fort Lauderdale, Bob Satar. May Allah bless you and give you speedy recovery to my brother. You know, this is the beautiful month of Ramadan, and we are in the last 10 nights, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, He says, Rabbina atina fi dunya wal akhirati hasana wa qina azaban nar. Oh Allah, we ask you to forgive us in this world and forgive us for the hereafter and save us from the torment of the punishment of hellfire. My dear brothers and sisters, in this beautiful month of Ramadan, Ramadan is leaving us. This beautiful month came to us that we could able to observe it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I give you a chance to live to see another Ramadan, so you could able to worship me and ask me for all your forgiveness. Is this beautiful month, He says, oh Allah, I'm asking you in this month of Ramadan to remove all my bad sins and replace them with good sins, and we get a chance to do that. My dear brothers and sisters, Ramadan is leaving us. It says, Alwida ka waqtaye alwida Abkuda wala lit humara alwida. He said, now is the time I'm departing from you. So you will able to observe me and enhance me. Take me as a loving gift that I have given to you in this month of Ramadan. My dear brothers and sisters, in this beautiful month of Ramadan, many of us would not get a chance to see it again. Make use of the last couple nights. All the brothers and sisters whosoever could not fast, please feed a poor in this month of Ramadan, so you will be able to cover your fast. Those who are sick, we ask Allah to give them speedy recovery in this beautiful month of Ramadan. Last week, I didn't get the complete of the of Surah Yasin because my sister asked me, Auntie D asked me to read a few lines of Surah Yasin for her, but I will give her just a few lines. Yasin wal Quran al-Hakim. إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما أنذر آباءهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل إن أحصيناه في إمام مبين صدق الله العظيم. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, I read that Surah Yasin. I ask Allah to bless my dear loving brother-in-law, Rohit Pridipal. He was a beautiful brother-in-law to us. I can remember a few years he sat under the tent having iftar with me. And now we miss him so much. Let Allah give him Jannatul Firdaus. Allah make it easy for him. I have this segment here have been brought to you by Gardenia Sunset Investment and Corporation, owned and operated by Zuleika and Yasin Sattar of Orlando, Florida. I just want to say Eid Mubarak to each and every one of my brother and sister out there. And may Allah bless you and help all of us to see another Ramadan. Thank you very much, DJ Jaiman, and thank you for your staff for letting me say a few words. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How's everything going? How's everything going? Sorry to hear that Grandma's actually in the hospital. Hopefully she's, well, I could say one thing about Grandma. I think when she wants the attention, all of a sudden she gets sick.
Yeah. Yes, DJ Diamond, you're right. You're 100% right with that, because she called me this morning. She speak to me last night late. We left for the hospital. And myself and Rihanna and the kids was there. And she get very lively when she see everybody. So she called, and it's like this morning that she's getting discharged. We talked to the doctor, and hopefully she will be able to be with us another Ramadan. So help Allah, we make dua night and day for her. Oh Allah, Rabbi Hamuma Kama Rabbi Yani Sagira, oh Allah, help my mother and my father, for they had took care of me when I was little. So mom is coming out probably in another hour. I'm going there to pick her up, and Allah will bless her that she able to live this long life with us. That to those who live long life like this, Neil, they do special thing in this world. So Allah will help her and help her in the hereafter. We ask you and thank you again so much. And how is my little Irfan doing?
He's doing wonderful. He's doing wonderful, actually. Must say, he's definitely doing wonderful. He is strong and he's moving around. He's running around. So, it's always a blessing. It's always it's always a blessing having him and watching the good times of us, making, great things happen,
I know you and Priya is very, very happy having a young man like that. And not forgetting my brother Joe and his wife Cam, Faz, that both of them are so happy having them. They was in my house a couple weeks ago when they was here last month or the month before. And we had beautiful time with them. And not forgetting the golf cart is ready for Irfan, okay?
All right. Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. I know you sponsored today's show. Thank you for that. I know your segment is sponsored by Compliance of Garden Sunset Investment Corporation, owned and operated by Johnny and Zuleika Sattar. So once again, thank you for your love, and definitely thank you for the support.
Okay, Neil. Thank you very much, DJ Diamond. Have a good one.
Thank you. Hold on, wait. My computer is clear. So once again, I want to thank Johnny and his lovely wife, Zuleika Sattar, for supporting today's show. It's always a blessing having, my family supporting me in everything that I do. So I definitely want to show the love to them. Thank you for all the love, and definitely thank you for all the support that you've given me. As you guys are tuning in for the month of Ramadan, Assalamu alaikum, for all my respected brothers and sisters.
drive me crazy. In the bungalow factory, big rich, big rich. Hey. Larry, girl, you know I love you, girl, I love you bad. But your family go send me mad. Larry, girl, you know I love you, girl, I love you bad. But your family go send me mad. Your father say that he hate me. Your mother say I'm too ugly. Your father say that he hate me. Your mother say I'm too ugly. The only time I feel welcome in the family is when I go down my nanny. The only time I feel welcome in the family is when I go down my nanny. Larry, girl, you know I love you, girl, I love you bad. But your family go send me mad.
Larry, girl, you know he love you, girl, he love you bad. But your family go send me mad.
Your mother say I'm drinking too much rum. I don't know if I'm gonna come. Your mother say I'm drinking too much rum. I don't know if I'm gonna come. Girl, the only reason I early answer she is because I love you, nanny. The only reason I
बन के तू ते यहाँ आरज़ू के महल ये ज़मीन आसमां भी गए हैं बदल रहती है जिंदगी इस जहां से निकल कहती है जिंदगी इस जहां से निकल
bring your bottle, bring the spoon. Bring your bottle, bring the spoon. Bring your bottle, bring the spoon. Knock a table and bust a tune. We in a Ghana session. The bottle and spoon in we hand. Playing with favorite jam. Knock a thing, knock a thing. Muhammad Rafi. Tell me sing a tune from here. Only from 1960 and this is the tune I sing.
दीवाना हुआ बादल सावन की गता छाई ये देख के दिल झूमा ले प्यार ने अंगराई दीवाना हुआ बादल
Hear my story. We lining in the yard. Head nice and getting on bad. You don't know we come from Trinidad. Knock a thing, knock a thing. The ball out show stopper. Come sing we are next Ghana. We are the bottle and the trace and live with it and live together.
पल भर के लिए कोई हमें प्यार कर ले झूठा ही सही पल भर के लिए कोई हमें प्यार कर ले झूठा ही सही 2 दिन के लिए कोई इकरार कर ले 2 दिन के लिए कोई इकरार कर ले झूठा ही सही पल भर के लिए कोई हमें प्यार कर ले झूठा ही सही
Yo 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 yo, ay yo yo, yo 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 yo.
ਨੌਕਰੀਆਂ ਧੁੰਮਾਂ ਪੈ ਗਈਆਂ ਤੂੰ ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਤੋਂ ਆਈ ਨੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਮਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਖੜੇ ਚੌਂਕਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਬਾਹੀ ਨੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਤੇ ਜੋ ਲਾਗੇ ਚੰਨ ਦੇ ਟੁਕੜੇ ਤੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲਾ ਚਸ਼ਮਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲਾ ਚਸ਼ਮਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲਾ ਚਸ਼ਮਾ ਜੱਜਦਾ ਏ ਕੋਲੇ ਮੁਖੜੇ ਤੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲਾ ਚਸ਼ਮਾ ਜੱਜਦਾ ਏ ਕੋਲੇ ਮੁਖੜੇ ਤੇ
Aw, Case.
Outside of being a friend, he's just a great human.
Appreciate that, Case. Okay. Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So tell us, you know what? I'm all about education.
Okay.
And I, want to just jump right in and let our friends who are listening or watching us get to know you and get to see jump to know you, appreciate you, and I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll introduce myself. Like how Casey said, my name is Jamie Kazi. Currently, I am the state and federal political coordinator for a major labor union called 32BJ SEIU. So 32BJ represents over 90,000 building service and airport workers here in New York, but they're in 13 different states throughout the country. Representing building workers, airport workers everywhere. They've built a lot of political power over the last 90 or so years, particularly in New York City, as they're in every major building, Empire State Building, Chrysler. They've been part of the New York City landscape for as long as New York City has been the capital of the world. So my role in particular is to continue to build their political power. I work on their endorsements. So the major labor unions are highly active in the New York City political landscape. They tend to have a lot of power in the political landscape. When they endorse candidates, that comes with an advantage. That particular candidate, when they're running for office, now has the backing of the union members that live within their districts. That's a lot of votes, and we're able to provide large donations. So we ended up becoming very political strategizers in the New York City scene. So my job is to handle their state politics and their federal politics. So that means endorsements of various candidates, figuring out campaign strategy, and also pushing legislation up in Albany and in DC. The priorities of legislation and budgetary priorities of the union. I'd be up in Albany or in DC, working with the state legislature, talking to the state legislators and federal legislators are in DC to make sure our priorities actually happen. We help them win elections, and then we need to make sure that they advocate for the things that we need. I think you wanted me to talk about how I got here and past experiences as well.
You know what I think is important and interesting? How you saw yourself growing up. Did you have other ambitions, and then your education and the route that you took to get where you are?
Well, growing up, I did want to be in public service, public policy. I saw various elected officials and their impact on the community. In Southeast Queens in particular, our electeds here are highly active in the neighborhood. Senator Leroy Comrie, who represents the neighborhood, Southeast Queens, he hosts basketball tournaments, turkey drives during Thanksgiving, and things of that sort. So we're blessed in Southeast Queens to have very active elected officials, and seeing what they're able to bring back to the community. That's what I wanted to do. So I saw the library in Jamaica Queens develop heavily due to the work of former council member Danique Miller and the council member before him, Archie Spigner, who was the first black council member from Queens. And he really changed the face of the neighborhood and brought a lot of culture into the neighborhood. So, that's what I saw. But then I didn't study political science or anything in college. I studied finance and economics. and I had an internship at a finance brokerage firm, and I absolutely hated it. I absolutely hated it.
Well, then what made you think that you were going to take this as, your major to begin with, finance?
Well, I liked econ. And I wanted to make money at the time, so. I wanted to come back to public service later on. So then there was a council member in Queens who just got elected at that time. Her name's Adrienne Adams. That she eventually became the speaker of the city council, but at the time it was her first term. And her chief of staff was a friend of mine. He called me up and he was like, "Hey, so I know you just graduated. Why don't you come on board and let's get you to City Hall so you can work on legislation. You're from the neighborhood, you know the issues, so let's have you work on public policy." And I was like, "All right, I'm down."
So it was technically haphazard. It wasn't even.
It wasn't exactly planned. It wasn't very planned. I tried to be active in a few things, like in neighborhood stuff, so I got to know certain people. I've gotten to know the chief of staff because I saw him in the neighborhood, went to like various community events, and he was just there. We built a rapport, but yeah, it wasn't very much planned. It was just it just came to his head. He was like, "Hey, wait a minute, didn't Jamie just graduate? Let me just give him a call." And
That's how it starts, right?
that's how it started.
So it's just by being out there. Just be out there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you gave somebody some advice on politics or I guess any field for that matter, just be there.
Just be there, but particularly politics, it's something that's community oriented. So just being active in your neighborhood and like showing that you actually care about your neighborhood, like that is how you would. But there's two sides of politics too. There's community outreach and then there's legislation. I've always preferred legislation because it's changing things at a structural level. It changes laws and policies. We could do as much food drives as we want, but that doesn't necessarily tackle the problem of hunger.
Right.
Hunger, poverty, and all that is a policy choice. It's legislation, it's systems that create hunger, that create poverty, and I was active in the neighborhood so therefore I saw the issues, but getting active at the legislative level, like definitely like college degrees are required, as you have to understand like the math behind policy, understand like the theories behind policy. It's like you're still doing essays and stuff.
Okay, so your degree here now with finance actually can come.
Absolutely, because it's finance and economics, and economics is just the study of how resources are distributed, and ultimately that's what causes issues in the first place, the inequitable distribution of resources. And finance is essential too, right? Because like we're working on budgets. The budget is ultimately what distributes resources. So having an understanding of finance, having an understanding of the numbers, and having an understanding of like the various theories of resource distribution are things that I believe that gives you the tools from not seeing the things that happen in your neighborhood and wanting to make a change to like moving it now over to the policy level and actually making that change. Then after Adrienne Adams, I've gotten my feet wet in the city council with Adrienne Adams, and then I went up to Albany, the state legislature. What I've noticed in the city council was like a lot of the larger structural level issues is done at the state level and not the local and city level. So that's when I was sent up to Albany. I worked for a state assembly member up in Albany, and we worked on various police reform legislation, corrections reform, food insecurity legislation, and just a ton of things. And that's where you get to know all the players of like the real movers and shakers when it comes to power in New York. Like, where is power held? Where is power concentrated? So you get to really understand like how to work with power and how to change power in order to get the resources that you need to make the change that you need. And that's how I ended up at the union. Like they needed someone that understood how to move power in Albany.
So you're moving state money. You're moving city money.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
moving big amounts of money here.
Yeah, a lot of state and federal money, yes.
That's interesting, folks. I mean, I want to definitely get into more of this. So we're going to get into a little bit of music, and we'll come back with some more questions. Maybe we'll have people that are asking this question. So let's get into that.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I mean, that is so fascinating.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are fascinating. But as like anything else, you know, we give it all. We put all into it. So he can actually, Jamie can actually probably sense of all this too. But as we're going out and we're going out making differences, we give up a lot actually in life. Our families,
Absolutely.
you know, and we're just trying to go out there and make a difference. And, you know, we have lovely people. Like, my family's a big supporter of whatever I do. Like Johnny Satari came on, that's my uncle. You know, so it's friends and family. But you can also say, you know, in this whole thing, you're going out there trying to make a difference in the world.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's true, right? All right, so I know we've been talking a little bit. I'm going to go back into some music. Once again, I want to give my man Jamie a round of applause here today. He's,
Thank you.
you know, he's going to be coming on. We have a couple of minutes. We're going to have Dr. Effie that's going to come on and give a little bit of an announcement and also her knowledge this week in the, you know, schooling and, you know, what to look forward for. So once again, please, guys, you guys enjoy the music.
देखो है शाम बड़ी दीवानी धीरे धीरे बन जाए ना कोई कहानी दिल भर है दिलकश है दिलदार नजारे हैं आज जमीन पर उतरे कितने सितारे हैं अगलो होश नमी दानम हम हैं दिल है और जानम बस दीवानगी 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 है ना कोई रहसन ना रहबर ये इल्जाम लगे किस पर बस दीवानगी 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 है All the hot girls put your hands up and say Om Shanti All the cool boys come on make some noise and say Om Shanti How are you? Yeah. Hey, I don't know. Give me the walk with the walk, yeah. Give me the walk with the walk now. Give me the walk with the walk now. Down. I come for this walk. Sign me up. I come for this walk. Sign me up. I come for this walk. Sign me up. I come for it. Boss lady, I come for this walk. Sign me up. I come for this walk. Sign me up. I come for this walk. And I go walk it properly. I wanna sign my signature, cross my T's, cause I have all the requirements that you need. My resume flawless, suitable, diverse, reliable. If you're hiring, I just want to go to work. Boss lady, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for it. Boss lady, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. And I go work it properly. You say I have a vacancy, I go be number one employee. I aim to please, guaranteed. I fit and ready. Alright, yeah, well equipped. The structure, and time in it. This economy, I've been looking for work. Boss lady, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for it. Boss lady, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. And I go walk it properly. So put I walk in front of me, and I go get in right away. I'm gonna put me back in
कैसी मुलाकात है, मैं किस खुमार में हूँ। ये कैसी मुलाकात है, मैं किस खुमार में हूँ। तू आके जा चुकी है, मैं इंतजार में हूँ।
ये कैसी मुलाकात है, मैं किस खुमार में हूँ। ये कैसी मुलाकात है। कभी शर्माऊं, कभी घबराऊं, कभी अनजाने गले लग जाऊं। हाँ, कभी शर्माऊं, कभी घबराऊं, कभी अनजाने गले लग जाऊं।
हे ये क्या मस्ती है, ये क्या आलम है, हमें बहकाए कैसा मौसम है।
मेरा झुमका उठा के लाया यार वे, जो गिरा था बरेली के बाजार में। मैं तो ठुमका लगा के शर्मा गई, बोली घूमकर बजा दे के मैं आ गई। मुझको लुटा के नाच ले, आजा नाच ले मेरी यार, तू नाच ले, झनक झनक झनकार। हो नाच ले मेरे यार, तू नाच ले, अब तो लुटा है बाजार। सबको बुला के नाच ले, आजा नाच ले मेरे यार, तू नाच ले, झनक झनक झनकार।
Beautiful Sunday.
हो नाच ले मेरे यार, तू नाच ले, अब तो लुटा है बाजार।
We got Dr. Effie in the building. I like how Dr. Effie said it with the two mics. So Dr. Effie, how's everything going? How's everything going?
Good.
You doing good, doing good. So what knowledge? Well, the last time we didn't get it, unfortunately. You had a family emergency. Hopefully everything was okay. But on top of that, as we're going to be joining in a topic or so, the last show I want to recap was a little bit about starting early. And if we didn't get nothing out from the last show, it's definitely about starting early in the community for, you know, your kids trying to build their future.
Yeah.
So once again, you know, from our last episode, we're gonna leave another topic today that, you know, we should definitely think about at the last. But, you know, the last topic when we were first introduced with the beautiful Dr. Effie was start early. So what beautiful topic you have for us today?
Yeah, so we're still going to continue with the conversation on scholarships, seeking scholarships. And it's going to be kind of a slow burn, right? So we started from somewhere last 2 weeks. We're going to continue again until we eventually, you know, on subsequent episodes, get to the actual meat, which is like specific names of scholarships and exactly where to find them and all of that. Because seeking scholarships is not just about, you know, having the perfect GPA, which is what a lot of people think, you need when you're seeking scholarships. It's a whole attitude, it's a whole mentality, it's a whole discipline. And so I want to walk, the parents and guardians listening on some of the background and underground work that they need to do, leading up to actually discovering scholarships and how to approach them. So we're going to continue again. Once again, my name is Efe Plange, Dr. Efe Plange, if you will, and I am a first-year college professor at the St. John's University in Queens. You can reach me personally after the show, and I could, gladly talk to you more about some of the stuff that I'm talking about here. So first of all, I want to start off thanking you guys for all the positive, warm feedback we had on, our episode from last 2 weeks where we started this conversation about scholarships and education, higher education. I think it's been very, very heartwarming, and it's been extremely motivating and encouraging. So thank you so much. Would love to hear more feedback to know how to, for us to tailor this segment more so it's more useful to everybody listening. So the first thing I want to recap about scholarships is generally about education. It's a reminder that education is still key. Yes, we know that, the economic changes happening in our society today still puts a lot of educated people in a very struggling mode. Back in the day, being educated meant, you got the best jobs, or the best rewarding jobs. These days, it doesn't necessarily mean that, because while so much has changed economically, salaries have remained the same. So we do get the sentiment of people trying to diversify, their income and looking elsewhere for opportunities. Social media, internet is becoming big now. A lot of the young kids that you speak to today all want to be, internet famous or social media influencers, which isn't bad. I stated this last week. It is not bad. I still want to emphasize education. The only issue with this trajectory that society is going is that people are trying to privilege other forms of opportunities over education. And I think my argument will remain that, you can do both. You can do it both because education is still key. Education still has really valuable skills and critical thinking, shaping abilities that it provides. Okay, so educated people are still respected and valued because people still recognize how much work it takes to actually go through education and come out, with flying colors. Education still offers valuable skills, networks, and opportunities. There's travel abroad, study abroad opportunities, leadership opportunities, critical thinking skills. You learn a lot about history. Some of the best humans you meet today are people who know a lot about history, people who understand history, people who are informed. And just by being on a campus where, other students are learning different skills and different, knowledges, you immediately put yourself in the middle of greatness. So you also increase your interpersonal and social skills through your dorm mates, your house, your hall mates, your classroom mates, different types of team building skills from group work and group projects and group exercises. So there's a lot of valuable skills that you develop through a typical college education. So while some of the standards might have fallen, it's still very, very relevant. And scholarships assist you in achieving some of these dreams with higher education. Depending on where you're coming from, it might be very, very valuable to get these forms of assistance. So it's important that we start getting into the mindset of how and where to locate good scholarships to assist us in our dreams of seeking higher education. So as somebody that sits on scholarship review boards where we interview and assess candidates and recommend candidates who are fit to receive scholarships, I will recap from last week that we seek balanced individuals who show balance in their lives. So it's not all about GPA. And when I speak to a lot of parents, they seem to emphasize the GPA as an academic, efforts of their kids, which is important because that's the primary goal for you going to school, right? However, again, the reminder here is we're looking for balanced individuals, people who are multifaceted, people who are people who can multitask, basically. So a little bit of sports, a little bit of academic, a little bit of volunteering, a little bit of social clubs, goes a long way. This tells us that you have great time management skills and you're a very well-rounded individual. So that's something that we're looking for. Also, as a quick reminder for parents, start taking note or tracking unique experiences or challenges that your child might have encountered and how they overcame them. If there's a young person listening to me in high school, about to leave high school, start doing this yourself. Any minor or major challenge, it could be health, it could be social, it could be anything with your family background, any minor or major challenge that you've experienced. I do want you to start taking note and tracking them and start reflecting on how you overcame these challenges.
Yeah, that's true. So Dr. Effie, as we're gonna go back, and for Dr. Effie is actually a public speaker. She does a lot of great stuff. So unfortunately, if I didn't interrupt the beautiful Dr. Effie, she'll keep on speaking. But on top of that, as we're gonna go back into a little bit of a topic, you're talking about dorming and all that great stuff, and you did make a good suggestion that like yourself, you're from Ghana, right?
Yes.
So as you're from Ghana, you come out and you actually roommate, and what are those experiences like for you?
Oh, amazing experiences. Till date, I've had so far, let me track how many roommates I've had and where they're from. So I've had a Nigerian roommate. I've had a South African roommate.
Okay.
I've had a Jamaican roommate.
Okay.
And now my lovely housemate here, Casey. Casey is what? Indian, who grew up in the Caribbean, Florida, and Florida, right? So amazing. You can imagine from food, experiencing different food, different cultural norms, or learning about different cultural norms, and then also learning a little bit about each of these individuals' history has made me such a appreciative person of culture.
That is true. Actually, so as you're going and you're meeting new roommates, you're meeting new environments, everything is a learning curve.
Exactly.
You're going out there, you're doing beautiful in the community, and once again, this program is about the community and bringing the knowledge. That's why we had blessings of having you on air with us, and we had an amazing topic that a lot of people actually did tune in and chimed in, and they said you did an amazing job. Stating that, I know I found out as I'm getting to know Effie, I know her father is a pastor, and you have a lovely sister also, right?
Yes.
So, and she left her family in Ghana and came to New York. Were you always in New York, or
no?
You wasn't.
So
okay.
I lived for 2 years in Michigan, in the Upper Peninsula, in a very small town called Houghton. And then I spent 5 years in El Paso, Texas, where I did my PhD. Yes. And then I've only been in New York for a year now, a little over a year.
Okay. And so far in New York, going to Texas, Michigan.
Yes.
Which one do you like the most?
I think I like each place for different things.
Each place for a different thing,
yes,
huh?
I like New York for the energy, the people, the culture, the vibe.
Never sleeps. It never sleeps.
The vibe. For Texas, I like I would say the southern hospitality.
Okay.
It's a different touch. Also the weather over there. The weather, the region, the environment, the physical environment itself offers so much warmth and beauty. Filled with mountains. Every drive to and from school, beautiful views, amazing views. So I love Texas for the geography. And then for Michigan, I liked Michigan. That was my first introduction to the U.S. So it did teach me a lot about predominant American culture because it's a very predominantly white area. So it was my first introduction, and it did introduce me to a lot of, American things I need to know and learn about this place in general.
I mean, actually, the funniest thing is, right? normally, us Americans, and I am, my parents are, from Guyana, my aunts and uncles, everybody, but, the one thing is my parents never, they never steered me away from my culture. That's why, I always tell people, don't forget where you come from. Never forget where you come from, no matter how big you make it in life or where you make it in life. You never forget where you come from. By stating that, we take granted of where we live, how beautiful it is in America. I was supposed to go on a cruise I went on a cruise last year, and unfortunately they had a hurricane that hit Bermuda. So we're all planning to leave now, going with shorts, going into Bermuda. But unfortunately, because of the hurricane, we had to get, we had to change our itinerary. So, when they changed our itinerary, we went to Boston, Massachusetts. That they do listen to us there. I went to Maine, and also I went to Canada. And I must say, leaving from state to state, that water view is amazing. I mean, we take where we live for granted.
Oh yeah.
If you go to Grand Canyon, it's beautiful. If you go to some parts, if you go to Malibu Beach, it's like almost like you're in the Caribbean. So we take a lot for granted where we live.
I think sometimes one thing people like to drag Americans for is that Americans don't travel anywhere. They don't know anything about the world.
Well, that's true.
As somebody that came from outside, I would say America's geography is so diverse that if you can make it a point to visit all 50 states or
50 states.
50 states, if you can make it a point to visit all 50 states at least once, you would have visited a majority of the areas in the world.
And
I haven't been to that many states, but I've been to a few because I make it a point to travel and leave and go experience different environments.
That's true.
I've been around a few different states and places in America, and I'm telling you, if you can all make it a point to travel to at least all of the states at some point in our lifetime, we would have seen everywhere we need to see in the world. But also because America is so diverse culturally and ethnically, that if you are interacting with people in all of these different areas, you would have learned so much about different places and different cultures without even traveling internationally. So
that is
budget
true.
is an issue. Make it a point, and that's one of the things I was going to emphasize in the conversation.
That's why I have you, Effie. Budget is an issue here.
That's one of the things I'm going to emphasize much later on, is that you can take advantage of school and travel, leave your comfort zone, go and experience
That's
some
true.
of these areas outside of where you grew up from. So if you grew up in New York, go to school elsewhere in the US. You'll be coming home for vacation, so you're going to be there every couple of weeks or every month, some months. You come home for vacation. But you get to, for a few years of your life, you get to experience another side of the U.S., another culture, another, physical environment. And it goes a long way to shape, how we interact
Definitely
with people.
does. It goes a long way actually in life. It goes a long way. I mean, just look at where, I started this program actually, and, we're going to go back into some music in a couple of minutes. But, I started this program. I started as a DJ myself, and I became really good at it. I don't want to toot my own horn, but, I became really good at it. And, I started doing a lot of corporate events from corporates now. I'm blessed to actually, start having a radio program. And also, I'm blessed to have, beautiful people like yourself that does go out and also does, I know you're trying to work on something also for them to get like grants and scholarships and because you are in that community, and I know you're trying to give back too, as this is what this program is about giving back. I had Johnny Sitar that was on earlier. Again, we are multicultural. You're from Africa. My parents are from Guyana. Casey's from India, Jamaica, There's places, Florida, but KC, and then we also have Jamie here. I didn't even know where you're from there, sir. Bangladesh. Okay, so we got Bangladesh. Dan and the other one is somewhere out. Yeah, so careless, but we're building a network here, and look at what we got going on. We got the beautiful Effie, we got Jamie here, and we're building for a community. So before we go back into some music, I know you're gonna come back on and say another couple of words again. But what's one thing you would say that kids should definitely work on as start their life and occupation in their life, trying to going to school. What do you think a lot of the kids should think about doing?
Yeah, so like I said, there's a lot of conversation about the importance of education these days, and the kids seem to be, influenced by, how quickly a lot of people get, become wealthy through social media and other forms of non-traditional occupations. And I would, that again, my number one argument, my number one advocacy is always going to be education is still important. So
Yes.
as you are in school now, high school, middle school, whatever, take your studies seriously to the best of your abilities. Take your studies seriously.
Easy.
You need to
yeah.
start now so you get into the habit of taking your education, your personal learning seriously. So,
But and before I don't mean to veer off topics, but also I must say also I know growing up and living in the older generation, not the newer generation, the older generation. The newer generation is all about tablets and computers, and most of the time when the kids are crying, or they just put a tablet and it calms them down. And that's what our world is actually changing to. It's changing to that right now. I mean, it's good in a way, but it's also bad in a way. But the one thing I must say, growing up, the old, the more, I can't say older, but the more mature, they would think that, put it in a book in front of your face and expecting you to sit down and read it, you may not see you don't find that to be likable. And they stay, then they, you're gonna keep on forcing a child to do that, and they're gonna hate what they do. Make sure that they love what they do, right?
So it's a lot of factors that goes into it. So I grew up in a time where we just loved to read, but it didn't come from nowhere. It didn't come from nowhere. There were educational programs on TV that engaged our minds after school. There were literary programs on TV, on radio. Well, I grew up in Ghana, so I can speak for that. But even in Ghana, things are changing now. The kids of today just are hooked to their tablets. It's not just an American thing. It's a universal problem now because of how globalized the world is. But I grew up liking reading. I love to read.
Yes,
that was all I did.
But you gotta understand,
because there weren't social media, there wasn't internet as accessible as it is now.
That
on
is
our
true.
Gadgets, personal gadgets like that. So
that is true, and
because
that's what I was gonna say.
habit had been molded through the quality of programs we had on TV and radio. It just naturally built that desire to read. So I read a lot as a kid because there were things in the environment that were shaping that attitude or that interest. Kids these days do not have access to that. So I think we can salvage the problem, but we can also, ignore that there's a lot happening that's shaping the way kids are interacting with the environment. It takes a lot of critical effort to be able to get kids to become natural readers, kids who love to read. If you didn't read to your kid every night or every day, you can't expect them to just like reading or enjoy reading and enjoy words and learning new vocabulary. Even if you read to kids and you don't engage them in certain exercises, it doesn't automatically induce that reading interest in them. So I think at another time we can actually go into detail about maybe how we can salvage young people's over-dependence on their gadgets these days.
That is true, yes.
But that's a whole conversation for another day.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely be another conversation. But I'm going to go back into some music. I know you're going to come back on in a couple. So, definitely thank you for the knowledge. You're going to come back and share some more of your knowledge.
Yes, definitely.
And I'll see you in a couple back again.
See you.
तेरी जवानी जलता शरारा आया मैं आया ये ज्वाला बुझाने रे तेरी यादाएं आशिक बनाए आया मैं आया ये अगन मिटाने रे तेरा रास्ता देख रहा हूँ सिगड़ी पे दिल सेक रहा हूँ आ परदेसी मोरे बलमा हो बलमा हो बलमा हो बलमा
मन कहे कि मैं ले
All right, once again, this is DJ Diamond.
आतों पर मैं चांद रखूं
Once again, hope everybody's enjoying their Sunday. Hope everybody's in there enjoying their Sunday.
हेलो हेलो तू फ्लोर पे जब है आई येलो येलो बड़ी सॉलिड मस्ती छाई
हेलो हेलो तू मुझे घूमने लगाई येलो येलो कंट्रोल करो मेरे भाई
Also, I want to give a big shout out to the sponsor for today, Johnny and Zuleika Sitar from Compliance of Garden Sunrise Investment Corporation. Want to give them a really thank you for the love and the support. So I'm going to go back into some music as you guys are kick back, relaxing, and enjoying our Sunday. We're also going to have back Jamie and Casey back on in about 5 to 10 minutes. So everybody, let's kick back, relax, and let's enjoy our Sunday.
हेलो हेलो दिल दिल से कनेक्ट करना येलो येलो ये बातें डायरेक्ट करना
Once again, I want to welcome everybody to the Diamonds Forever show. As you guys kicking in, relaxing and enjoying that beautiful Sunday, want to give the sponsor of today, Johnny Sitar and Zuleika Sitar, a thank you. Thank you for showing the love, and definitely thank you for showing the support. Also, if you guys want to do any comments, you guys can comment in. Please, we are definitely growing at this. So please, tell a friend about us. Please subscribe. It's going to be an amazing experience. We're definitely doing a lot of great things in the community, and a lot of things are happening. So everybody, let's kick back and relax, and let's enjoy this beautiful Sunday.
लिपट के पागल मुझे बनाए, पहले से ही तड़प रहा था और मुझे तड़पाए, जाने तमन्ना करना ऐसे सितम। कुछ ना मैं बोलूं तुझे मेरी कसम, आए
डस गई रहना कजरारी में हारी, का करूं जानू ना डस गई रहना कजरारी में हारी, का करूं जानू ना डस गई। जाओ रे जाओ किसी बैद को बुलाओ, बैद ना मिले तो मेरे साजन को लाओ। जाओ रे जाओ किसी बैद को बुलाओ, बैद ना मिले तो मेरे साजन को लाओ।
Once again, this is DJ Diamond here. Hope everybody's having that beautiful Sunday. We are live on Diamonds Forever show. So everybody, let's kick back, relax, and let's enjoy our Sunday.
मुझसे शादी करोगी, मुझसे शादी करोगी, मुझसे शादी करोगी, मुझसे शादी करोगी, और कब तक जवानी छुपाओगी रानी, कवारों को कितना सताओगी रानी, कभी तो किसी की दुल्हनिया बनोगी, मुझसे शादी करोगी, मुझसे शादी करोगी, मुझसे शादी करोगी, मुझसे शादी करोगी। झुमका दिलाऊंगा, कंगना दिलाऊंगा, सब कुछ मैं लाऊंगा तेरी कसम। मुझसे शादी करोगी मुझसे शादी करोगी मुझसे शादी करोगी मुझसे शादी करोगी
Yo, yo, yo. Got a notla. Abby. You already know, baby.
ਉਹ ਸ਼ੂਵਰ ਸੱਚ ਜਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਕਾਕੇ ਕੰਨੀ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਨੀ ਉਹ ਬੱਬਰ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਹੈ ਫੁੱਲ ਦਲੇਰਾ ਸੱਤ ਦਿਨ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਨੀ ਉਹ ਸ਼ੂਵਰ ਸੱਚ ਜਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਕਾਕੇ ਕੰਨੀ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਨੀ ਉਹ ਬੱਬਰ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਹੈ ਫੁੱਲ ਦਲੇਰਾ ਸੱਤ ਦਿਨ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਨੀ ਉਹ ਤਿੰਨ ਸ਼ੌਕ ਨੇ ਵੱਟ ਹੋਣੀਏ ਜੱਟ ਦੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਦੇ ਉਹ ਤਿੰਨ ਸ਼ੌਕ ਨੇ ਵੱਟ ਹੋਣੀਏ ਜੱਟ ਦੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਦੇ ਭਗੌੜੇ ਚਿੱਟੇ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਬਰਾਊਨ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਕਾਲੀਆਂ ਨੀ ਭਗੌੜੇ ਚਿੱਟੇ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਬਰਾਊਨ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਕਾਲੀਆਂ ਨੀ ਉਹ ਸ਼ੂਵਰ ਸੱਚ ਜਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਕਾਕੇ ਕੰਨੀ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਨੀ ਉਹ ਬੱਬਰ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਹੈ ਫੁੱਲ ਦਲੇਰਾ ਸੱਤ ਦਿਨ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਨੀ ਭਗੌੜੇ ਚਿੱਟੇ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਬਰਾਊਨ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਕਾਲੀਆਂ ਨੀ
Got a notla. Jੱਟਾਂ ਦੀ ਹਿੱਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਕੁੜੀ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਨਿਓ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਨਾ ਸਾਰੀ ਤੂੰ ਕੀੜਾ ਤਾਂ ਮਾਰੀ ਤੂੰ ਯਾਰਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੋਰ ਤੱਕ ਤੇ ਚੈਸ ਦਾ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਮੇਰੀ ਆ ਫੋਨ ਤੇ ਤੂੰ ਕਰਨਾ ਰੋਮਾਂਸ ਲਿਖੜੇ ਸ਼ਾਈ ਵਾਲੇ ਸ਼ਰਤ ਲਿਖਾਈ ਮੇਰੀ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਰਦਾ ਗਿਆ ਹਾਈ ਨੀ ਦੋ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਠੀ ਖਾਂਦਾ ਮੋਟੀ ਯਾਰ ਨੇ ਪੱਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਰੱਖੀ ਨੀ ਚਮਚੇ ਥਾਲੀਆਂ ਨੀ ਉਹ ਕੋੜੇ ਚਿੱਟੇ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਬਰਾਊਨ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਕਾਲੀਆਂ ਨੀ ਉਹ ਕੋੜੇ ਚਿੱਟੇ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਬਰਾਊਨ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਕਾਲੀਆਂ ਨੀ
ਭਗੌੜੇ ਭਗੌੜੇ
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikolana buso wami awukolana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikolana buso wami awukolana ilondoloze zuhambe nami
If you see her boo, wine and swing, she waist, watch it in our. All the ladies join the trip. She can't wait to patch in our. Can't wait to throw the gun. Can't wait to patch in our. Can't wait to throw the gun. If you see her boo, wine and swing, she waist, watch it in our. All the ladies join the trip. If you see her boo, wine and swing, she waist, watch it in our. All the ladies join the trip.
When you come my Indian wedding, all you see is woman whining. When you see the lawa patching, all you see is boo grinding. Guyana, Trinidad. What you say?
But I'm sitting by the river, thinking about it, the future.
दूध उबालोगे दूध उबालोगे तो झाग लगेगी और जो सावन में ऐसे नाचोगी तो आग लगेगी आग लगेगी आग लगेगी
सावन में लग गई आग दिल मेरा
Hope everybody's enjoying that Sunday. Hope everybody's enjoying that Sunday.
सुनग सीना पागल दीवानी सुनग सीना पागल दीवानी आज न सोया सारी आज न सोया सारी आज न सोया सारी रात दिल मेरा सावन में लग गई आग दिल मेरा
को देखा जबड़ा मेरा फ्लोर पर जा गया दिल्ली में तूने ठुमका लगाया सेक हो गया आ गया मुझसे जो तू मिलने आई कॉलोनी में बात फैल गई लाल ड्रेस तो डाल के निकली गुड़गांव तक आग फैल गई एक भी लौंडा न छोड़ने की तूने कसम सिखा रखी है लड़कों की लाइफ पूरी पकड़ बना रखी है दुनिया तूने पीछे लगा रखी है
या तो बर्बाद कर दो या फिर आबाद कर दो या तो बर्बाद कर दो या फिर आबाद कर दो वो गलत था ये सही है झूठ ये
And also the live. I'm also on live on DJ Diamond NYC. Again on YouTube. You can catch me live on every Sunday at DJ Diamond NYC. Also, if anybody wants to do any type of shout out, you can either call in or you can comment. Want to give a big thanks to the sponsor today, Johnny and Zuleika Qatar, for sponsoring today's show.
इतना एहसान कर दो पूरे अरमान कर दो या तो बर्बाद कर दो या फिर आबाद कर दो ख्वाबों को जगह न मिली आंखों में वहाँ पहले से ही सैलाब था नजरों में बना था तेरा
That's the 1, 2, 1, 2. Hope everybody's enjoying their Sundays. Hoping everybody's enjoying their Sundays. We also got Jamie here. Say what's up, Jamie. Say what's up. All right. We got Jamie here. We got Casey. Me, myself, DJ Diamond. And then we got Effie. She's like, once she gets off air, she's like, makeup! So, unfortunately. But she'll be back on in a couple of minutes. She always have she always has amazing topics about the community, about, college, and trying to prepare yourself for, the younger generation, for them to prepare themselves for, today's world. And now, I'm going to hand it back over to Casey. So, Casey, you ready for this?
Absolutely. I'm so excited.
this is kind of funny. Now we're back and forth. Our microphone's like a windshield wiper.
It's working though. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna get more mics and get more of everything, more space too, right? We're growing, folks. We're growing.
I mean, we definitely always find a trick or trade in something as a DJ. Casey can also vouch for that because she's into I would say videography, but she's into cinema.
Say it with me.
Cinematography.
There you go.
Cinematography.
He's getting it.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You don't do it. You don't know it.
Hey, as a DJ, I do DJ and I stay back here. We got Casey that I would say does video and make it easier for myself. She does
Make
video.
It so he can do it.
And now we got Jamie in the house here.
Yeah.
He's definitely doing a lot of great stuff. We gotta turn up his mic. All right. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Right.
Thank you again,
course.
Jamie, for being here.
Of course, Casey.
Like the conversation and the topics don't end.
Thank
They
you.
don't.
Thank you. Yes, that's true.
They don't.
But I'm gonna actually let them go back to their show. You guys, please stay tuned. We're gonna play some more music sets in a couple of minutes when they go through the topic. So please stay tuned.
Thank you. So coming back, right? You left us like kind of like a cliffhanger, like the fact that you said you just gotta show up. You just have to show up.
Oftentimes, yeah, you just gotta show up. Just gotta show up to where you need to be, and you don't know where you need to be half the time. So just show up.
Just show up. Okay. So tell us like how people can do that in today's time, because a lot of people don't understand their degree, right? Doesn't exactly have to match their role necessarily, right?
Mm-hmm.
So can you explain a little bit about the array of music? Array of music. We're thinking of music over here. Array of degrees that people could just kind of focus on, because some people are going to be like, oh, it has to be this. It has to be just like you. It wasn't political science, right?
It was not.
Exactly. So, give people some ideas of some degrees they can look at, or some courses, right?
I mean, typically you do want to have the degree for the field that you want to go into.
So they can have a degree, but maybe they don't have that degree, but they can take courses as well, right? To supplement.
It'll be a little bit tougher to break into legislation without one. It's not impossible, but it's definitely tougher to break into legislation without one. But that doesn't mean that's the only legislation is not the only way how you could like make a difference and help your community or be in politics, right? Politics, no, like Tip O'Neill, he was a speaker, the House at some point, and he had this famous sign: "All politics is local." It's all local. So everything starts at your block by block neighborhood level. So it's not necessary that you need a degree to be in politics or community service for that matter. Community service is exactly that, community. And not everyone in a community has a degree, nor is it ultimately necessary. For specific legislation, yes, legislation makes sense to have a degree of some sort, whether it's economics or poli-sci or public policy, because that's exactly what you're working on. You're working on a specialized field. But ultimately, all politics is local. So just being in your neighborhood, there's multiple ways to be in your neighborhood and to show up for your neighborhood. You just need to pick a few issues that matter most to you. It could be something as simple as like wanting a traffic light at an intersection that you see a lot of crashes in. And if your neighbors also agree with you, then you can form a little coalition of your neighbors and bring that up to your local elected official, in that your local city council member, no matter where you are. So like that itself is community involvement. You get to know your neighbors that way, and you're making a difference in your neighborhood, even in the smallest ways.
I think it almost sounds like neighborhood watch. Is that kind of
There are neighborhood
I
watches.
think it starts with that, because it's just community people, just not even neighbors doing it on their street, right?
Yeah.
And from there, you have a group. Now you can go to what is it?
Your local electeds. Yeah, numbers is power. Numbers is always power. Yeah, exactly. And in our union, like, I'm I've worked for various elected officials, but now I do politics for a labor union. And the folks that are members of the labor union are not people with degrees. They're blue collar workers. We represent the building service workers. They're doormen. They're doormen, foremen, etc., window cleaners, etc. These are not folks with degrees, but they also collectively do hold power, because collectively they're in a single building. If all the workers get together and have their set of demands against their employer, they are building political power against their employer. Now imagine multiple buildings doing that at the same time. Now you built a block of political power, particularly in New York City, because we're buildings are everywhere. We have skyscrapers everywhere. So in each of these major buildings, you have workers that unionize and are almost fell off here. That'd be embarrassing. You'll probably get better views. You'll probably get a lot of views.
You know what's interesting, because you started off saying you don't need a degree, and now you're just like, no, these are trade skilled people, and
Also true.
see?
Also true.
So take your words back.
Well, for certain positions,
That's right.
yeah,
That
for
you
certain
said
positions.
positions, so you can be in that field. I mean, in the field of politics, meaning your voice makes a difference,
Yes.
even though they're skilled trade workers.
Yeah.
We need that.
We need that. Yeah,
Not
blue collar
everybody can
workers.
be A or B, right?
Yeah, it's what
We need everybody spread across the board.
we need everyone spread across, and also you gotta look at resources as well, right? Like, not everyone has the resources to have the exact same pathway. So just because the resources aren't there and they're not having that exact same pathway as, like, with the same pedigrees as, our Congress members that have Harvard degrees and whatnot, that does not mean that their voice is also not as valuable to the democratic process. Going back to the union example, like, some are folks that are in trade schools, some are folks that don't have a degree at all, like someone who's a doorman doesn't have a degree. But their voice matters as well in a collective, because they're able to build political power by uniting together. And when they're in a city like New York City, where lots of buildings have doormen, and lots of buildings have other, we all have building service workers, supers, etc. Jointly, they create a voice, and then, like, folks like me are then able to harness their power, harness their voice, and then use that as a tool when I'm talking to legislators, when I'm trying to pass legislation, trying to talk to other key people with power, like the Speaker of the Assembly, etc. But going back to your point with the degree, however, yes, there are certain roles where a degree is necessary, like being a legislative director for an assembly member.
Absolutely, but we can only have so many leaders and so many followers. We're having
Chief of staffs, yeah. Chiefs of staffs.
So we can have people in all roles, because we can't have everybody being president of the United States of America. I mean, how many people are going to apply for that and make it? There's only one.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody, applies for it,
Mhm.
but you have to be able to utilize all your skills, your education, your knowledge, your connections, your
Mhm.
advisors, and make something happen. Pull it together, right?
Yeah,
And that's
absolutely.
kind of like what you're doing right now with the labor union.
Yeah, pulling everyone's power together.
You're showing them, hey, your skills are here, but you can pull it together and utilize it here.
Yeah, absolutely. But we do encourage, like, their children to go to college, their future generations and whatnot. Basically, yeah, we have funds where, like, the members of our union are able to tap into the college saving funds for the children and whatnot, because the hopes and dreams are that their kids end up going to college. Some are multiple generations of the union, but other folks are also like they hope that their kids are able to get into, like.
But this is the outlet. This is kind of like the first step, right?
Yeah, you can say that.
And then it could change people's generational wealth and lineage.
Yeah, absolutely. Higher ed is still by far the best way for social mobility to happen.
Absolutely, and I really like the fact that you said that, because Dr. Effie, she also says that.
Mhm.
She says, regardless of what you're doing, take classes.
Yeah, take
Like,
classes.
after school or after work or you know, on the weekend, and just really step up because not everybody starts in that job.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're
Resources.
stepping in with the degree or you're stepping in with the experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, historically in this country had a policy called redlining, and redlining also greatly impacts our schools. During FDR, Franklin Roosevelt, when he created the FHA loans to provide, owning a home, owning a property creates generational wealth, right? And Franklin Roosevelt created the FHA loans and whatnot, government loans for people who want to purchase property, purchase their first home. You'd be able to put down a smaller down payment, 1 or 3% down payment, and then the government covers the rest of it. However, at that time, he created green neighborhoods and red neighborhoods. Green neighborhoods, the first green neighborhood, by the way, and suburbs are. It's not a coincidence a suburb looks the way it does. Largely homogenous, largely white suburbs. Like Levittown was the first one. Green neighborhoods at the time were largely white. Red neighborhoods were Black and Latino neighborhoods at the time. FHA loans were not provided to neighborhoods that were in the red, meaning largely Black and Latino neighborhoods. So wealth was not built at that time because they didn't qualify for FHA loans as opposed to those that are in the green neighborhoods. White folks were able to get FHA loans and then purchase a home and then pass that down to the next generation and let wealth build on from there. Why that's important is, the property tax, property value would raise, and therefore taxes, they pay more in taxes from the value of their property, etc. And even after like segregation ended, the neighborhood still kind of stayed the same, right? Because wealth wasn't built in Black and brown neighborhoods as opposed to white neighborhoods. Now, why that's important when it comes to the topic of education is because schools are funded by property taxes.
Yes.
So, like, communities like Levittown and other, like, largely white homogenous suburbs had a higher property value because generational wealth was built all throughout, and therefore higher amounts of taxes are funding those schools as opposed to schools that are in largely Black and Latino communities and Black and brown communities because of lower property value due to the generational wealth never being built because the opportunity just was not there because the FHA loans were never available to so the schools aren't as well funded, and therefore educational opportunities are lower because when public schools are not well funded, then the opportunity to go to college greatly declines. So those are also things we need to keep in mind when we speak about education, because it's sometimes there is individual choice, but how much individual choice is there when environments are not set up and when public schools are not set up, like your high school and your middle school are not set up to create a college pathway, which is important to in the legislature we try our best to fix those wrongs.
So that's you're talking at a higher level. So I want to take it back a little bit, and I want to ask you, how many students or kids in school, or are they taught or told that they're in school because people are paying for this school to be built? This is taxpayers' money, right? Do kids know this ultimately?
I don't think so. I mean, there's not a big civic education there.
I think if they did, then the kids would realize that they shouldn't be defacing their school or their property or their books and things like that. I think they would have a different understanding, right?
I don't know. I mean, it also, environment is important too, right?
Right.
And particularly a school, a lot of schools are not well funded, right?
But
you're not getting the best teachers out there, and you're not getting, you're not getting updated textbooks, and the classroom, there's not as much infrastructure upgrades. When I used to work for an assembly member, Sonora Catalina Cruz, and we represented different sides of Western Queens, and communities with, that are slightly more impoverished. When we would walk into the schools, the infrastructure was not up to date, the textbooks were not up to date. So the quality of education just wasn't there. And if things don't look nice in the school, you're gonna be less likely to respect an education. When we try doing our best, like we try to bring funding back to upgrade the gyms and the locker rooms and everything, but ultimately it's larger systemic changes. And that's the point of being in the legislature, right? That's the point of like trying to build power, right? So you can build power you utilize your power to make decision makers pay attention to you, so you can like bring resources back to communities that are historically disadvantaged of their resources.
I think what's really kind of getting to me is the fact that you actually said that the students have no idea. I mean, each teacher could tell their however many students they have, 20 students, 15, 20, 30 students. I mean, why can't they tell, hey, your parents are working so that you can be in this building and have these resources?
But it's also a building that has limited resources.
Well,
so it's
I mean, but
tougher.
still, but for them to understand, for kids to have the concept of this is paid for by the community, by our neighbors, by my parents. My parents go to work. I tell them to come and, play with me, but they can't because they have to go to work so that they can, pay, so I could go to school. And I'm at school and I'm just destroying, the bathroom windows or the walls or drawing or destroying books or things like that. I think that would give them a different perspective and understanding of how this money is circulating, why the parents work and why they can't hang out with them. And then the kids are destroying this property.
I don't know historically how much like it's children themselves, if it's the student themselves, because like you see the difference when it comes to resource distribution. You see more people likely to graduate and go to colleges when you see higher resource distribution. So I don't know how much blame goes on the student themselves.
I think it's for them just to even understand, because I did see a child once, a middle school. This kid was walking home with other kids, and then he took his books out and he was destroying the books and ripping out the pages and just littering.
You probably didn't see value in it.
And I asked him, I said, hey, well, what's going on here? And he's like, I don't like my teacher. And I'm like, do you understand that you're destroying this book, that your parents are actually working? This is taxpayers' money. Your parents work, and then they pay for this book, and you go to school. But now here you just destroyed this book. He was littering the neighborhood with the book, tearing it and walking down the street.
That is still a child, though.
A middle school?
Yeah, it's still a kid
school?
whose brain your brain doesn't really develop
But
until
do you
25.
think so when I explained to him, hey, you know what, your parents go to work, this is how the money is, and this is what it is, and then he understood that. But again, like you said, it's a child. But if they understood, right, just because you don't like your teacher, you don't go destroying the books, right? Somebody's paying for these.
Yeah. And then there's also
Like,
societal issues too, right? Like when you don't see as much value in an education, and also there's things at home too. Like there's environmental issues at home as well. Like if your family is working class and not likely to spend as much time with you, you're missing a part of parental, things from
But
your parents.
Again, parents don't always have the
They
room
don't have the
because they're
room.
immigrants, and this
Yeah,
is
and it's
immigrants.
working class
So-
folks.
Right.
So like you're out there working, and that's kind of the larger capitalist system here, where particularly we're in like late stage capitalism, where it feels that the dollar doesn't stretch the same way that it used to in decades in the past, and therefore working families are working more and are having less time to spend with their families, and that does have an impact on kids, and that has an impact in society overall. When we talk about crime rates, there's folks that I understand about individual blame. There definitely should be individual responsibility. However, environment also matters as well. There's a reason why communities with limited resources see higher rates of crime compared to communities with more resources, because you're in an environment where you see it more, and you're in a place where like it feels like sometimes last options are the most realistic option for you to do, because you're not seeing a system that where you feel like you don't see a system that allows you to do to grow further beyond that.
I think this is an interesting topic, and I really want people to chime in with comments and their thought process, because you're speaking on a lot of things that a lot of people have opinions or thoughts, or maybe they're learning right now. Also, right now, just you said that kids probably don't even know
Yeah.
how this money's getting distributed, or how it's being made, or how there's possible for them to learn. And I think this is important. I don't want to say
Sure.
there needs to be an initiative to start this, but I think it's already in place. I
Okay.
think maybe people forgot over time.
I guess, yeah. I mean, civics. There isn't as much of a civic education in schools at the
We
moment.
need to bring that back.
Yeah,
we
I
need-
agree.
we need
Civics,
that.
arts, and sciences, like particularly arts.
They call it STEAM now.
Yeah, STEM. Yeah, STEM.
No, they added the A.
Oh yeah. Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty cool. Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah.
They know that.
So I love it. Because you got to bring in those arts, and arts is another way of stretching your mind.
It absolutely is.
Looking at things in a different abstract way that you wouldn't see. Even, I mean, people who have IQ or people who have done discoveries, they have that artistic side. Seeing
Absolutely.
things in a different way.
Yeah.
And you try.
Yeah, and studies do show like higher education in art does also create higher levels of emotional intelligence, or larger EQ, because you're able to see things from various perspectives and increase the part of your brain that is responsible for empathy and things of that sort. But what's unfortunate is that there are always massive cuts to education. Some of the first things to get cut are arts programs in schools.
You know, these are like
All right, that's
important topics.
that is really good, important topics. Before we go back into music and all that, I was sitting down listening. I had to just go step away for a couple of seconds, adjust some stuff on the camera. But once again, this is a growing station, and like yourself, I give up a lot in my, in life to make this happen in the community.
We appreciate you.
And just like yourself, actually. So we appreciate you too, because you're just not. I know, and I'm pretty bad with not names, but messing up people's titles, unfortunately. So no disrespect in any any type of way or anything like that. But once again, I know what did you do again? What you and you always tell me this.
I'm the state and federal political coordinator
State
for a labor
and
union,
for federal.
32BJ.
Beautiful, that's beautiful. And as you're out there, and unfortunately that would be a little bit too big for me to say.
But we're learning. That's
But
why
we're
he's
learning,
here,
and
right?
and that's why I actually joined to give a positive out in the community, because my goal in this whole thing is to try to make a difference in our community, and our community is growing in not just Guyanese or in Indians or in Africans. We're all uniting, and we're making mixed cultures. And
Absolutely.
mixed cultures are,
We're learning.
I'm known actually as a DJ that does mixed cultured weddings. So that means a white person will marry an Indian girl, or, a Guyanese will marry a Spanish. And that's why I'm so great with genres. And the one thing I must say my family taught me in life was, whatever you go for, make it your all and make it the best in what you do. Because,
Absolutely.
And we're giving up. You yourself, Casey, is giving up our Sundays and trying to educate the community out there about different topics. That's why we have Dr. Effie on. We have you on here. We have Jamie on here. That we definitely are trying to make a difference in the community. So I gotta as I know you just told me thanks, but I gotta give you back a big thanks, because I know you do a lot of stuff too. Huh?
Sometimes a little too much.
A little too much, right? So I'm gonna go back into some music. What do you guys think?
Yeah, absolutely.
course,
I'm just
absolutely.
gonna make a quick announcement. For
Quick
everybody.
announcement.
Yeah, we have coming up the Vasaki 5K run, and this is going to be in Victory Field in Woodhaven, Queens, New York. We have, what is it? If you want to sign up, you can sign up, and you can get that information from DJ Diamond NYC on YouTube. But the date for that is April 26, 2026. So you can't forget that. It's April the 26th on a Sunday. So it's Sunday morning at 8:30 in the morning. So everybody comes through, we do the race, and that ends about maybe 1.
One or so. And
everybody gets a a number and everybody gets a medal for participating. I was so excited.
I
I did it last year.
I better get my medal, okay? I'm not gonna run, but I better get my
you
medal.
have to run. You got to participate.
No.
You know what I tell people?
no.
I tell people it's not a run, but it's a 5K distance. So I don't
5K
care if you walk
distance.
there, like me, join me in my walk group, or if you run. Jog there, walk there, run there.
And
So let's cross the border over there, right?
that's true. That
finish
is true.
line.
And also with that stated too, you can't forget our big sponsor today.
Yes.
Also,
absolutely.
definitely want to give Johnny and Zuleika Sitar from sponsoring today's show. They're from Compliance of Garden Sunset Investment Corporation. So definitely, I got to give some love and definitely a lot of support. And it's an amazing thing, Jamie, I must say, as we're building. And it's a great thing that at least we created something that our families, our family, friends, and everything, that they can sit back and relax and enjoy beautiful music, but also hear beautiful statements that come from people like yourself, Effie,
Thank you.
and also Casey, who, she does a lot of work at night making this happen, and also, my aunt,
can't
who
forget
calls, and all, but, with everybody, we are definitely growing. We're growing into our really, we got now, look, it was just from leaving from one studio to another. Now we're with the beautiful Casey. Now we are
This is our fifth Sunday.
fifth Sunday. So
Our
we got to
fifth
give her a round of
Sunday.
applause for host our show, Case. That she definitely does a lot of stuff. Stays up at night. Try to talk about topics. Also, making new members in our community. Like we have Jamie now. We also got Dr. Effie, and we're
We're growing. the
we're growing,
family here.
but given the knowledge, hopefully it reaches to going for even in Guyana, Trinidad, Jamaica. We're growing. I mean, we're in Toronto, we're international.
and
So
everybody can catch us online at Radio Zindagi, as well as DJ Diamond
NYC, yeah. Now our show now, I know everybody's like, well, yeah, everybody always knows me. A little fun fact, Jamie, everybody knows me as DJ Diamond. But we're gonna transition that to Diamonds Forever.
Diamonds
show.
Forever.
Diamonds Forever.
All right, the Diamonds Forever show.
Yes.
Diamonds Forever show.
Okay.
Doesn't that sound like nice and sparkly, making it happen?
All right.
We're starting this. We're building a community. We're building a community. We're bringing sponsors on.
You're building something that lasts.
That's what we're looking to do. Man, you said that perfectly.
All right.
Legacy
A legacy.
A legacy.
for the youth. That's why we're all.
And also, a lot of people didn't realize you can also comment now. We fixed that. So once again, we are growing. We're growing every single week. We're here. We're getting a better. We're getting a better. Response rate from everybody out there. If you guys ever want to chime in, please let us know. We'll definitely make that happen. Because once again, this show is about you guys, not about us. It's about everybody out there in our community. So, definitely having people like Jamie, thank you for coming on, showing your knowledge, showing everything that you do. I know you're going to come back on and share some more knowledge.
Yep.
So I know we're starting. We're going to go back into some music. Is that okay, Case?
I think music is great. Right now we're at the top of the hour at 1:05.
That is correct. And then after that, we got to get started again to our next livelihood. So, unfortunately, we're going to be, we next, I'm going to go into some music. I hope everybody's enjoying their Sundays. Definitely want to give a big shout out to Jamie. Also, we're going to have Dr. Effie's going to come on in a couple of minutes. So, everybody, let's get back, relax, and let's enjoy this Sunday.
दिल अपना फकत मिसराब था मेरी बेजान हसरतों को काबिले दाद कर दो मेरी सांसों
Once again, hope everybody's enjoying that Sunday.
या तो बर्बाद कर दो या फिर आबाद कर दो या तो बर्बाद कर दो या फिर आबाद कर दो वो गलत था ये सही है झूठ ये आज कह दो मेरी सही
So we took turns of staring out the window at the darkness till boredom overtook us and he began to speak. He said, son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces and knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind my saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice. So I handed him my bottle and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet and his face lost all expression. Said, if you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You net,
My baby, my Valentine. You know you done make it with temperature days. If you leave me a good time, I swear you are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest, love it, they thought me. I am so obsessed. I want to chop your heart. Nobody they make me feel. When I make us feel, yeah, my love one thing. Me make a bad man sing.
Pounds and dollars I go spend for your head. Talk all they want, I don't care what they say, cause your matter. Now him I con they carry for my head every night. Now you I want they carry to my bed, oh no no. Don't tell me no no no. You can be my partner, never ride it solo no. And we got no one lucky, no need to party, whoa. I feel it what you're doing, oh yeah baby, gotta go, gotta go. Oh, no. Your body they back at me, speed, oh, open up, make I see, oh. Now you where they got my fancy. When they do me, I get panty, oh no 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 no.
You got me coming. Why should I be coming early in the morning? Oh yeah, shake it, make it send my money. Call me Mr. Bean, I go make you honey. Ay, give me, baby, make you do. I go show you love and I go take you to my city. When you get them, make I look good. Won't make us show me before you go see me. Find your you know your body bad. Same body bad, can make you shake up.
तू सोनी तेरा नखरा सोना तू सोनी तेरा नखरा सोना तेरे वर्गा हो नहीं होना तेरे वर्गा हो नहीं होना अख तेरी दे वर्गा को दुनिया ते जोड़नी है ओ नच के जरा दिखा दे मोरनी है नच के जरा दिखा दे मोरनी है नच के जरा दिखा दे मोरनी है ਸਿਫਤ ਤੇਰੇ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵਾਰ-ਵਾਰ ਵੇਖਣੇ ਤੋਂ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਰੋਕਾਂ ਅੱਖ ਤੇ ਤੋਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਟਦੀ ਪਿੰਕ ਲਿਪਸ ਸਵੀਟ ਡਬਲ ਰੱਖ ਲਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਪੱਕਾ ਹੀ ਕੋਲ ਕਾਲਾ ਜਾਦੂ ਜੱਟ ਤੇ ਕਰਦੀ ਕਰਬ ਤੇਰੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ
have until it's gone. Now you're up and gone away, baby. Didn't wanna stay, baby. I wasn't the play, baby. I just want you here, baby. Where you really want me to. Should I know my love for you is true? Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. To the lies that they filling you inside, girl, don't believe. They go try everything to make we unhappy. When you listen to the lies that they filling you inside, girl, don't believe. They go try everything to make we unhappy. Oh, jealous people want me. Want the end of this fight. Tell they wanna fool you. Say
Once again, I want to welcome everybody on Diamonds Forever. So definitely thank you, Johnny and Zuleika Sitar for sponsoring today's show. Also, want to give a big shout out. Thank you for coming on here, Jamie. Definitely thank you for coming on. We'll be back on in a couple of minutes. So please stay tuned. Please stay tuned. Also, we're going to have Dr. Effie. So please stay tuned.
सोचेंगे बाद में आगे है जो भी बचा हम दोनों को चढ़ा नशा और मुझे बता तेरे दिल में मैंने हले ली है सारी जगह आजा साथ में गाय अब लेके मजा डिंग डांग डिंग
All right. Once again, I want to welcome everybody. Please stay tuned. Stay tuned. This is your DJ Diamond. We have our own show now called Diamonds Forever. Our host is Casey, and we're definitely growing. We're bringing new people on. We got Jamie. Also, we have Effie, Dr. Effie.
Are you ready? Are you ready? fire, baby. When you talk about divine, yeah, only you got the thing I desire, baby. But look how you love it, come back again. Make me feel some type of way. Sending a message straight to me brain. Sing like the Bamba there. And anytime you come around, I'll be the one to give you love. You know I must come back. All I want you say, come, wine, give me banga, 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 banga. Baby girl, I love how you thunder, 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 thunder. Hey, me and you alone, I go banga, 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 banga. So come, wine, give me thunder, 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 thunder. Hey, yo, say give me all your love tonight. Yeah, give me. Girl, you got that thing that's so divine. Me and you go hanga here tonight. We are go hanga here tonight. Yeah, been a long time since you come my way. Used to hold a vibe every night and day.
Pushing everything right back on top of me, yeah. But if you think you're gonna get away from me, you better change your mind. You're going home. You're going home with me tonight. Let me hold you, go caress my body. You got me going crazy. You turn me on, turn me on. Let me charm you, go right out around me. You got me going crazy. You turn me on, turn me on.
You say I love you, you know they for me young girl, oh young girl. No tell me no, 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 oh, 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 oh. Baby, gon' give me your lo, 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 oh, 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 oh. You got me like whoa, 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 whoa. Shawty gon' give me your lo, 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 oh, oh, oh,
oh, oh. All right. We had to bring back the beautiful Dr. Effie on. It was actually funny. I think the song brought her out because I was going to actually go get her right when I played this song. I'm like, Dr. Effie, you know, she has like a big star on her door. She has like a big star, and I was about to go get her, and then she come out walking out. I'm like, it's your go, it's your go. So, Dr. Effie, what are you going to give us some great knowledge today about?
Hello? Yes.
All
so we're
right.
going to continue the conversation, well, from 2 weeks ago, but also from a little bit earlier today in the early hours of the show, about seeking scholarships and the right attitude, the right preparation to have. And it's a topic I'm very passionate about because I'm not from here. I came all the way from Ghana, and I've been able to have
Really?
a
You're not
master's
from here?
degree and a PhD, all fully funded. So I would like
Fully
for-
funded, huh?
Fully funded.
Fully funded. Oh my God.
And I got extra money for my living expenses as well. So it wasn't just my tuition. It was tuition and living expenses. A little bit, towards living.
So you got a little bit of everything.
So yeah, so I would want that, people who are here, born and raised here, or people who have been here longer than I have been and have been immersed more into the system, get to access, some of these opportunities. I don't want anybody to give the excuse of, oh, I didn't have money, I don't come from money, my parents didn't have money, so I couldn't go to school.
Well,
Yeah,
That's true.
that's
probably.
it's not an excuse.
That's not an excuse. No, like myself, I have Dr. Effie. As myself, I got Dr. Effie, right?
Yes.
You know, when she's telling me about this beautiful place in Ghana and stuff, guess who's gonna fund this? Dr. Effie.
I'm not that rich. I wish.
You really?
I wish I was, but not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. I see. You see, I love. You know, I definitely love the influence of, like, you know, we're getting there.
Yeah.
And we're definitely getting there, as you know, we're building, you know, this platform for people to get knowledge and, you know, and to get, you know, what's going on in their community. Because right now, I mean, even in the Western market, the West Indies, you know, there's nobody that I can actually say that actually started this yet. And, you know, look at where it's actually growing at. So, you know, I have you now, you know, also I got Jamie that's also came on, and, you know, and it's just growing after growing. And it's, you know, I think it's God's work, right? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think it's God's work?
Yes.
I know your dad is a pastor, and I'm getting a little bit to know more about the beautiful Effie. You know, all I know that she used to work at a college, but now I know the college. So I know you're a professor for St. John's, right? Is that
Yes,
correct?
St. John's University.
That's correct. That's correct. So, you know, we're definitely making a lot of new people, and a lot of new faces. You know, and, you know, with everything that's going on, you know, in the community, you know, I must say, you know, we're blessed to bring new people on, like Jamie Kaz, you know, state, you know, and federal political coordinator. You know, I must say that, you know, it's a blessing having them on, like yourself. So, you know, what can you enlighten us on now?
Yes, so a very important aspect of the scholarship process or the application process is your statement of purpose, or sometimes they call it a motivational letter. This is where you get to reflect on some experiences of yours. It could be academic, personal, social experiences, where you can deeply reflect on them and express how, you know, these experiences have shaped you, and also how they are informing your decision for the opportunities that you're seeking to better yourself. So it's a document that is very, very important. A lot of people tend to think that we don't read it, but we really do read it. It's one, aside your GPA, I said earlier, you know, on the show that seeking scholarships is not just about having, you know, a perfect GPA. A lot also goes into it. And one of the things that we use to measure how balanced of a human being you are, how disciplined, how your critical thinking abilities is through your statement of purpose or your motivational letter. And so I left off the conversation by first saying that one of the things you need to do to start preparing towards your scholarship applications is to start taking note or tracking some unique experiences or challenges that you are encountering, or that you've encountered, and how you were able to overcome them, but also some of the lessons that you took from those experiences. If you're a parent listening to me, you want to start taking note of these things. It could be the smallest thing. It could be an injury. It could be some no you received somewhere. It could be an opportunity that you were denied. It could be a particular struggle with a subject, and all of that. So start taking notes and tracking unique experiences or challenges or opportunities that you've encountered, how you overcame some of these challenges, and some of the lessons that you are taking along with you as you develop and grow and mature. Another thing also is to start reflecting deeply on your background, you know, your family dynamics and the environment you grew up in, and how they are shaping you. These are some of the things that make your statement of purpose very, very rich It makes you come across as a very intentional person. Life is our biggest teacher. Life is our biggest teacher. So we also want to see people that are taking note of different, experiences that they're having and taking lessons from these experiences. So start reflecting deeply on your family background, your ethnic background, your cultural background, the environment you grew up in, your family dynamics, and how these are shaping you. You also want to start reflecting deeply on some of your favorite subjects, what you find valuable in them, and all of that. These are all things that stories that you can weave together and put in your statement of purpose to enhance it. Another thing will be, and so these will wrap up for some of the things to work on, to investigate, to reflect on, that you can start putting together towards a very strong statement of purpose. And I do consult on these, so you can reach out to me, at the end of the, outside the show. And these are things that I could help you reflect on. I can help you articulate some of your lived experiences and put them in ways that make sense, that are empowering, and that project you in a very positive light. So you really want to start tracking these things. Like I said, it could be the smallest thing, but it's really how deeply you engage these experiences and the lessons you take from them. Another thing that's going to be important to seeking your scholarships is that you have to be open to leaving your comfort zone. Okay? There are a lot of scholarship opportunities that are available, but they are in areas that you might not immediately appeal to you, depending on where you grew up from, where you are used to, the environment you're used to. Some people might find it very, very difficult to leave, to go elsewhere, but some of the amazing scholarship opportunities actually exist outside of your comfort zone. And since life is our teacher, our best teacher, and we always want to be students of life and learning through life, I would encourage a lot of you to be open to moving out of your comfort zone, to going to school outside of New York. If you grew up here, go to school outside of the region, go to school on the West Coast, on other regions. And there are amazing scholarships available for you, especially because some of these areas, they struggle to get people to come to those areas. Some of these scholarships have a very high acceptance rates because people don't typically like to move to some of these areas to go live for a few years to go to school.
That is true, actually. And I know you leave your family also from Ghana, but living in New York is expensive. It's really expensive living in New York. They say in New York, if you can't make it in New York, you can't make it anyplace else.
Mm-hmm.
But but some people might want to give other places an opportunity because it's about going and seeing. Like Pennsylvania, probably you might want to look at. If you can,
amazing.
If you start,
institutions in
you
Pennsylvania.
start your college from Pennsylvania, you can probably just start your life there.
Yeah, and sometimes we don't know what we like until we actually experience it or give it a shot. I didn't ever imagine that I would like. There'll be things I'll like about New York, but already just a little over a year here.
Thank you.
I am, there are things that I think are really enriching my, life so far.
And what you mean by liking is, the beautiful DJ Diamond, right? Thank you, Effie.
Sure, Diamond.
Oh man,
Sure.
Thank you.
But yeah, so I moved around a little bit when I was growing up, and I've moved around, a little bit as an adult. Like I said, I lived in Bali, Indonesia for 3 months. So I have lived in different areas in the US, and all of these environments have come with their own teaching moments and, widening my world view. In so many, and my perspectives, on life in so many ways. So it should actually be an intentional thing. When I was growing up, I know my parents for sure were very intentional about getting me to explore different areas of Ghana. I grew up, last 2 weeks I mentioned that I grew up all my life in Ghana and had my entire education there until after college. So I came to the US after college. So I grew up in Ghana. And I'll tell you, for my high school, after primary, elementary and junior high school education, which is our equivalent of middle school, in Ghana, most of us go to boarding schools for our high school education.
Okay.
And my parents made sure that I picked a school that wasn't in the city that I grew up in. So I went to a whole other region in Ghana. I grew up in the Greater Accra region, which is on the coast. And then for high school education, I went to a boarding school that was in the eastern region of Ghana,
Okay.
which has a different topography, different geography, different climate, different culture, different people, still within Ghana. So I went to school for 3 years in a high school system in Ghana in the eastern region. And then for my college education, which I had in Ghana, I went to Kumasi. I went to the Ashanti region, which is in central Ghana, which is also a different region, different geography, different climate, different culture, different people. So my parents throughout my life have been very, very intentional about making sure that I explore different environments, you know, as part of my development.
And that's actually great.
Yes,
That's-
and I would like to encourage, I think in America, and I think it comes with being in an environment that is so developed, because every area is so fully developed. People don't feel the need to go elsewhere to seek opportunities. Like, you could really grow up here, have your entire education in New York, you will be fine. There are good colleges, there are good high schools, they're good, you know, they're good institutions. But I think parents need to be very, very intentional about, you know, giving their wards different life experiences, and education is one of the ways, especially higher education. Now that they're becoming adults and independent, is one of the easiest ways to do that. So I encourage you, go elsewhere, you know, for your higher education.
Definitely, I would say, you know, you should definitely explore your opportunities. So,
Yes,
go
so I'd like to wrap up today with just summarizing 3 main tips when seeking college scholarships. These are for
Three main tips,
Three
huh?
main tips
Three main
for parents,
tips.
for kids who are still in high school or about to leave high school.
Okay.
The number one, which I will keep emphasizing, is start the process early and apply widely. I think people sometimes like to pursue the big name scholarships.
Yep.
And sometimes those are so competitive. It's not that you're not qualified enough, but you're so competitive. Everybody is chasing those ones that it makes the selection process a bit, you know, tight.
Okay.
So, but start early. Start a
Start
year before
just
you need
like
to go to
last
college.
week's show, start
Yes.
early, right?
Start about a year,
Okay.
6 months before you have to leave,
6
you know, to go to
months.
college. Start early. Start early. Many students only apply to a few big scholarships, but you know, there are thousands of smaller ones with fewer applicants. So start searching, I would say, at least a year before you need the money, and apply to as many relevant scholarships as possible. Like, you really want to throw your fishing net very wide and far.
Very far, okay.
Because smaller scholarship awards go a long way. Like, you might be getting just $500 from here, you might be getting $700 from there, $1,000, $2,000, and then you put them together, it goes a long way for one academic year.
Well-
So don't think, oh, they're just offering little money. No, take from here, take from there, take from here as well, take from here.
Well,
apply and throw your net.
I
very,
actually
very
have
wide.
one source. I have Dr. Effie for my one source, so I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, I mean,
But they add up really quickly, okay?
Really quickly.
Number 2 is tailor each application. So you want to avoid submitting the exact same essay everywhere. And again, these are some of the services that I could help you. I consult on these with individuals. Avoid submitting the exact same essay everywhere. Read the scholarship mission and connect your story and your stories, your statement of purpose to their values. Some scholarships are, you know, they're interested in leadership. Some scholarships are interested in community service. Some scholarships are interested in your academic excellence. You really want to study and understand each scholarship's mission, and then tailor your essay. You can use the same essay, but you can just refine a few things, change a few words, a few focus here, and then you tailor each, you know, application essay towards each scholarship. Review committees can tell when you've just written a generic application, okay? So you want to take your time and understand the mission of each scholarship award. And then you want to maximize your experiences, your skills, you know, towards what the focus for each is. The third and final one that I'll be sharing for today, there's so many tips. I just wanted to give you 3 today so the information is easy to ingest, okay? Number 3 is treat it like a part-time job. Treat seeking scholarships like a part-time job. You want to set aside specific hours each week to search and apply. You might even want to create a spreadsheet to track, each scholarship name, the deadline for each scholarship, the requirements, specific academic, social requirements for each scholarship, the status. You want to track all of these things, create a spreadsheet. As you come across them, put them down, take notes about each of these scholarships so that you can be preparing your materials towards each properly. Okay, consistency is what wins scholarship, not just your perfect GPA. Okay, it's not just about your perfect GPA. You want to make sure that you're a very well-rounded person that is really exploring life in a very intentional way. It's not don't ever think you're too young to be thinking about life seriously and deeply. You really want to start getting into the habit where you're presenting yourself as somebody that is a forever learner of life. So any small challenge, any small opportunity, you do want to be able to take in notes about how you are interacting with these challenges and experiences.
Okay, that's true. That is true. All right. So once again, Dr. Effie, before I get you off our beautiful stage here, before you go back into your beautiful dressing room that has a door that has a star on it, and before you call makeup, thank you for always coming on and sharing your knowledge. But what would you think, the last show, I'm trying to think about things that, every show has a topic. The last show was, start early.
Yes.
What do you think today's show should be about?
I think because I emphasize the statement of purpose, which focuses on your life experiences and how they've shaped you, I would say for today, in wrapping up, start paying attention to every small challenge that you experience. Start paying attention to it. Start reflecting deeply.
So main word today.
Reflect. Start reflecting. Get into the habit of reflecting on your life experiences.
Or how you said it before? You said it start early. You said it how you said it before.
Start reflecting?
Start reflecting.
Yes. Start paying attention.
Start paying attention. Pay attention.
Yes, start paying attention.
Today's topic is pay attention.
Start paying attention to every little thing that happens around you, every little thing that happens in your life, challenges, opportunities, the way you're seeking them, and start taking those. Sometimes things happen to us, they're significant, but we soon forget about them.
That's
so this
correct.
is why if you're a parent, if you're a guardian, I would say start tracking them for your wards. Start tracking them. Take note. Maybe they had an injury.
Never forget where you come
Never
from.
Never forget. And talk to your kids. Okay, so this thing happened to you. This was the impact. What do you think is one thing you can learn from this experience? What is one thing this experience has taught you? Start talking to your kids. That's how you get them to develop critical thinking ability. So it might have been something that happened in school, a bullying session, some experience.
Be somewhat of a friend.
Yeah,
somewhat of a friend.
Some experience where they were misunderstood or they felt misunderstood, and then talk with them and have like little therapy sessions. And then track these experiences and the lessons from these experiences for them. That is what is going to go into their application letters and present them as very strong candidates.
Got you. And again, thank you for coming up here. Thank you for taking the time, because I know you're a very busy woman. Every time I see Effie in the past, she's always running out of here, going to school, grading papers, doing all kind of, I can't say craziness, but, educating the younger generation. But, Effie's, not that, she's pretty young herself, and she accomplished a lot of goals in life already. I think you're 35?
Yes.
35. See, I got to say.
Tomorrow is my birthday. I'm turning 36 tomorrow.
Tomorrow's your birthday?
Yes,
well, happy birthday.
I'm a Pisces.
Pisces. Whoa. Tomorrow's Dr. Effie's birthday. So again, happy birthday. So what are you gonna be doing tomorrow?
I don't know.
Are you gonna
birthday for me?
Are you gonna invite me to dinner? Because right now,
you have to invite me to dinner.
Oh man, well, Effie, after trying to bring this show here, I can't afford it. I could take you. I could probably take you to a halal spot or something. But that would be about it, I guess, right? But
let me wrap up before you.
wrap up.
Next
Okay.
week,
Next week.
God willing,
God
if all
willing.
things being equal,
Okay.
we will look at some 5 lesser known places where people find scholarships that most students overlook.
Okay.
So 5 lesser known places.
So
where you
5.
can find scholarships that most people do not look.
So 5 places you can be able to get scholarships.
Yes.
That it's not so competitive.
Yes, it's not very competitive.
It's not very
They have a
competitive.
very high acceptance rate because a lot of people don't know about those
And
scholarships.
the only way you would know is if you try.
Yes.
And you know what? Before I let you go, you should definitely try, because you rather try failing than fail to try.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, all right? I got you.
That's a
See?
good one.
I got you today, Effie. Well, you enjoy your birthday.
Thank you.
And many more to come.
Thank you.
So you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you too.
And being a part of this. And we'll see you next week again.
Bye.
All right. Once again, you can catch us on the Diamonds Forever show.
Every other girl they do too much, but this girl mellow.
You got the one and only DJ Diamond. We are influencing the community, trying to make a difference out there. We brought a lot of great people on today. We got Effie. We got Jamie. So everybody, let's kick back, relax. I'm going to go into some music for a little bit. Everybody, let's kick back, relax, and enjoy the music.
Yeah, I know we look shy, but for you I get down low. And my hips make you cry when I'm moving around you. Do it once, do it twice. I push back, you hold me tight. Get a taste for a night. Baby, show me you can calm down, calm down. Dance with me and take the lead now, lead now. Got you so high that you can't come down, come down. Don't you ask, you know you're allowed, allowed. When it's you, I can't say no. Baby, give me
People inside the fence, dancing, dripping with sweat. Nobody tired yet. Jam you go get, we celebrating. Pure love, no hating. Man jamming
Check.
on
Mic
the
1, 2.
wine back on man. Drinks flowing down like rain.
I'm going to go back into a little bit of a music session. I want everybody to kick back, relax, and let's enjoy our Sunday.
And we not going home till the morning come. And we not going home till we see the sun. Alright. The posse losing control. Bumpers them start to roll. Rhythm take over soul, 'cause that's how we roll. People just moving. Head gone, but we still moving. Outside the people fret, can't get inside the vet. Gate man, don't close the door. We got room for more sweet music playing. Fed mad and cash gyrating. And we not going home till the morning come. And we not going home till she see the sun.
You can perform, and I love when you turn it on. Just bounce it nice, model it, baby. Don't feel no way, 'cause I don't feel no way. Don't feel no way. Do she wine and dingle it? Do she wine up, juicy? Do she wine up, juicy, juicy? Do she wine up, so juicy? Do she wine up, juicy, juicy? And they watching your body, they walking away. Down, you could do what you want, you don't care what they say. Hey, woman divine, girl, I lose my mind when you dip on the floor like that. Take it, delight, it's
I put the tip on your toe like that. Got you with a jacket on, girl. You can perform, and I love when you turn me on. Just bounce and shake and bubble it, baby.
Easy now, no need to go down.
Cause I don't feel no.
Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that one, that's how we flow. Easy now, no need to go down.
She wait up, you say.
Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that one, that's how we flow.
When you run, come around, 'cause now you're the talk of the town, yeah. When you run, come around, 'cause now you're the talk of the town, yeah. When you run, come around, 'cause now you're the talk of the town, yeah. When you run, come around, 'cause now you're the talk of the town, yeah.
Easy now, no need to go down. Just walk it gently, hand up, back up, no pound. Cool and deadly, you have a style of your own. Me never know I saw you master the saxophone. 'Cause you sound like the talk of the town, yeah. I'm lucky when you run, come around, yeah. Make me wobble, make me hold body couple. And me know I say you're trouble when you're ready for the double and you hit that. Nothing at the big. Play with it a lick. Why you sound a tickle? I'm telling you that hit that. Nothing at the big. Stay with it a lick. Why you sound a tickle? I'm feeling that.
1 2 1 2.
ये क्या कह रही है
Once again, I want to welcome everybody to Diamond Forever. Want to give a big love and support for today's sponsor, Johnny and Zuleika Sitar, for sponsoring today. Thank you for your donations, and also thank you for the love, and definitely thank you for the support. Also, I want to thank Miss Pretty Paul for last week's contribution on behalf of Rohit Pretty Paul. Thank you for the love, and definitely thank you for the support. All right. Before we bring Jamie on, I definitely want to give definitely a big thanks to Johnny and Zuleika Sitar from Compliance of Garden Sunset Investments, who sponsored today's program. Thank you for the love, and definitely thank you for the support. Also, we're going to ask All right. So, as I'm getting to the learn of Jamie, you know, he's definitely, and I said I messed this up before, but I definitely learned it before you left. That's how much you inspired me today. So, you know, I know he's Jamie from state and federal political coordinator, right? Of 32BJ SEIU. What does that actually stand for? Can I ask you that?
Well, SEIU stands for
okay.
Service Employees International Union. That's 32BJ is a local of that larger union family. The 32BJ is the one for the building service workers and the airport workers. But there are other locals that are part of SEIU as well. 1199 is another union that's part of SEIU, which represents the healthcare workers at the hospitals.
Okay. So I know like 1199 because that's our actually that's me and my family's medical benefits.
Very
and
nice.
I must say they definitely do a lot of great stuff.
Yep.
Also, they're for being 1199, they have amazing insurance.
They absolutely
and
do.
Actually, even being a healthcare worker these days and age, it's a rewarding job for, you know, all our first responders and stuff like that. It's a rewarding job that, you know, they go out there and they risk their lives, and, you know, they do amazing things also in the community. But, you know, I know it's a blessing having you on, and, you know, I know I'm waiting for Casey to come. Okay. Oh. Okay, no, okay. So exactly, you know, so where can they actually find you at?
I guess they can find me on 3 platforms. On X, used to be Twitter, X now. It's what is my X? That's actually a good question. What is my X handle? Oh, it's just Jamie Kazi. It's just my name, JAMIEKAZI. Instagram would be Jamie R Kazi, JAMIERKAZI, and LinkedIn is just Jamie Kazi. So
Okay, yeah. So as you know, you are as you can come out, and I know you're doing a lot for the community. We give up a lot of stuff for our family, for to come out and try to make a difference. So thank you for the support. Definitely thank you.
Of course, thank you for having me. Thank you for having
It's
me.
a pleasure. It's a pleasure having
Pleasure
you.
to be on.
And hopefully you come back on again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Just
I
let me
feel
know
like
when you need
you know
me.
what? Yes, I think we're we created not more than a bond, but I created we're actually we're all coming together as well.
Absolutely.
So it's a pleasure meeting you and having you on the show today, and we're definitely enjoying your knowledge.
Of course, yeah. Just let me know when you need me to come on.
You got it. You got it. It's always a blessing.
All right. Thanks.
And also we got Billy, special guest that just came in. Billy.
Diamond, what's up,
DJ Billy. Oh, how you doing?
What's
All
up,
right.
man? What's up?
Oh, we're hanging in
Thank you
there.
for
We're
having
hanging in
me.
there. It's always a pleasure having you guys come in. It makes the day more fun. Having Jamie, Effie. It's okay. So that's actually a great story, because you know what, you can actually influence the younger generation, or probably how to look at life.
Absolutely. Okay, so first of all, I want to say hello to everybody tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, supporting my man DJ Diamond
Thank you. Thank you.
and his phenomenal work, of course. Really quickly, my name is Billy Singh. I used to DJ a long time ago. I stopped.
Okay.
I stopped. I had an uphill battle with my family because, we're brown, and I think you guys can relate to how that is. All the kids. If you're not going to be a doctor, an engineer, or a scientist, you're not good enough. And I want to give you guys some reassurance that that is not true. Don't ever think of yourself that I'm not good enough because I don't meet my parents' expectations, okay? And I'm here to tell you that after giving up something I love, I was very passionate about, after 20 years later, I'm going to start it again. Because that's what I feel deep in my heart and my soul, and I don't care about what other people think. And I know a lot of you out there have talent, and you have a voice that's inside of you that's telling you that this is what you should do, but you're not doing it because of X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna say, let's say, mostly family, right?
That's
But
true.
I'm here to tell you that forget everybody, forget family. You have one life to live. You follow what your soul, your inner voice is telling you, and you do whatever it is that you're passionate about. Okay? That's you gotta follow that. That's gonna make you happy. That's gonna bring you true happiness in
And
life.
also, that's also, making the younger generation realize, not everybody should be doctors or lawyers.
Right.
Unfortunately, there's other things that, that needs to be done in an everyday basis.
Right.
The one thing my dad taught me in life was that if you're actually own a business, even up to the guy that sweeps the floor in the shop, you should go up and shake his hand. Because if he didn't come into work, you would be working in a dirty area.
Absolutely. Appreciate everyone around you. Have love for one another. Okay, let's not hate on each other. Let's support each other. This is a very, very sensitive time in our lives right now that we need to support one another instead of hating on each other, right? If someone's doing good, support them, push them. If someone is down there and they need help,
Don't be jealous.
don't be jealous. If someone's below you, hey, grab your hand, pull them up with you. We need to come together more than anything else, okay? And I'll touch base on what I said before. You're passionate about something, do it. Follow it, do it. Forget about what anybody says. Just do it.
And also, by you even stating that, all nationalities are coming back together. Look at, I'm Guyanese.
Right.
I'm Guyanese.
He's Guyanese.
Hey, you know,
I'm Sikh Punjabi from India, right?
that's,
And this is my brother,
we got Effie, that's from Africa.
right?
We have Jamie, that's from Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
You know,
And that being said, I want to say one thing to everybody listening, watching in right now. If you see a brown person, please don't judge them, okay? Please embrace them. Embrace them, love them, support them, regardless of their religion, okay? We are all one, all of us. Division is only gonna destroy us. The only thing that's gonna bring us up is unity. And we need that more than ever.
and you know, and now going forward for the Diamonds Forever, you know, we had a lot of sponsorships to, you know, helping this fund this. But we're going out there making a change and trying to make it for the community.
Absolutely.
Because we have been blessed to actually got invited to some places, and we're now popping up here and there. So pretty soon, you know, our names and our faces are going to be plastered all over the place.
All of us, absolutely.
And you know, we started from having 22 viewers. Now we're up to 4,000 to 5,000 per episode.
Which
So,
is
and,
amazing.
you know, and we're just growing at what we do. So,
And
know
thank you
what?
guys for the support and the follows. We love you. This is exactly what we need. We need support. If you see there's something coming up in your neighborhood, your city, you have time. It's a Guyanese event. It's a West Indian event. It's an Indian event. It's a Bengali event. It's a Pakistani event. Go and be supportive. Go show up and support your brothers and sisters. Because at the end of the day, we're all one.
Yeah, we definitely, you know, our ancestors. You got to think about it. You know, I said I'm Guyanese, but we actually listen to the same music
Absolutely.
as what the Indians listen to.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you know, there's only different dialogue that
Right.
people speak.
Right.
So-
Don't be judgmental.
And, you know, perfect example, somebody, you know, I know Casey's from India, but but India has like what, 11 or 13, 30? No, not 30 states.
I think it's over 50 or 70 different languages.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
And dialects, yeah.
Right.
So, you know, we're just, you know, we're trying to bring everything as one.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you, Billy. You know, today it was, you know, I had the honor of meeting you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure just being on.
Hearing your stories. You know, you can catch us on here every Sunday
Absolutely.
from 11 to 2. And, you know, and plus future, because Billy
Yeah,
used to DJ.
I might fill in for DJ Diamond.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, when family hits, I'm like, right now we give up a lot for our family, coming out and doing this. Family as one, friends, you know, you give up a lot.
Of course.
Trying to do this.
Life is hard.
And you have to dedicate yourself every single weekend on Sundays to make this happen. And, you know, we've been at it.
Right.
You know, 5 shows so far. We haven't missed
5 weeks in a row. 5
and we
Sundays
haven't
in a
missed
row.
one. And
We
we've
haven't
always
missed
been
one.
on time.
Again,
making
this
a
has
difference.
a lot to do with you guys, your support.
Thank
which
you,
We
thank you.
appreciate so much. And let's just keep it going. Let's move forward, people. Let's not move backwards.
You know what we should call this now? The Brown Club.
Hey, hey, that's not a bad name, actually. Not a bad name.
What do you guys think about that? The Brown Club.
You see a brown person, anywhere you go, embrace them. You say hello. You introduce yourself, and this is a time we can learn from each other, like Casey said in the background. We can learn from each other. And again, at the end of the day, if we don't support each other, we're just hurting ourselves. Okay? Be together, be supportive, be collective, and let's all move up together. All right?
So today's show's name now, we're going to change this now. The Brown Club.
The Brown Club.
Diamonds Forever show.
Brown Club, baby.
Diamonds Forever Brown Club. Thank you for coming on,
DJ,
Billy.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Casey,
DJ
come
Diamond.
on over here.
Casey.
Hello. Oh,
This
wow.
is the entire group.
This is great. Come on in.
right,
You know, this is great. Come on, everybody in. Let's just get everybody in. This is just like one love here. Everybody. Yes, everybody.
And we're making this happen.
Come on in. Ron? Yeah, hello, Ron. Where's
Ron's here. DJ Tweet is here. DJ Tweet in the house.
Oh, we got DJ Freed over here too.
right
Okay.
here.
All right.
Wow, so many DJs. Wow, look
Oh,
at you.
man.
And are you still DJing?
No, I just recently started getting into it with my cousin Billy here.
Oh, you just started getting
Yeah.
into DJing. Okay, okay. Look, folks that are listening and watching. We have an array of musicians and DJs and mix of and education needs. All right. So, well,
He plays
thank
for
you
weddings and everything.
Thank you, everyone,
What?
for being locked in and tuned in with us today, Sunday. You know, your afternoon, your morning, some places. We want to thank you.
Wherever you are listening in, tuning in, we appreciate it.
Thank
Love
you.
you guys.
Thank you. Once again, you guys can check us out every Sunday from 11 to 2. And we're just growing at it. Look at, it started from going from place to place. Now from now we're with Casey, me and Casey alone. We did several shows by ourselves, and look at where we're at now.
Big shout out. DJ Diamond in the house.
Look at our club and our crew over here.
And also, we're going to go bigger. But also, we got the beautiful Effie. Come on back here, Effie.
We got Effie over here. Yeah.
And Jamie, come back over here. Jamie. Also, Effie. Now, look at, I'm like, Effie, come on. She's here taking a picture. I feel very famous. All right. Once again, I want to give definitely a lot of love for our girl, Effie, who comes in and gives her knowledge every single week, and, wish her for tomorrow for her birthday. Many and many more to come. She's taking me out to dinner tomorrow night because, unfortunately, Diamonds Forever are going broke because, we are making this happening. But you know what? Actually, I would rephrase that. We're not going broke. We're not going broke. We're growing, and you know what? Thank God for people like Miss Pretty Paul, my mom, my dad. My mom and dad is a big supporter of this. Miss Pretty Paul. That's my aunt, my Auntie D. I must call her that out of respect. My Uncle Lee. That is Johnny and Zuleika Sitar. I got to give them a big support. Also, my mom, my dad, Priya, everybody that tunes in. Thank you for tuning in, and definitely thank you for listening. I mean, we're just growing at a very fast pace.
Your final thoughts? Effie, Dr. F.
I'm really excited about, the show generally, all the people coming on, the different conversations and the topics. I'm really excited and really looking forward to, future episodes. So
Future episodes. I love where that's going. Since Effie started this show with us, all of a sudden I see a big star in the door. I see, my dressing room is the car. We're making this happen. So, anyway, anyhow, we're making this happen. Thanks a lot, Case. She's definitely a big support system, and my family's a big support system. All my uncles, my aunts, everybody that tune in. Definitely thank you for tuning in and listening. All my cousins, my friends that tune in, my clients, their friends, their family, the people tune in from Zindagi Radio. Thank you
Yes, so
for
we're
having
growing.
us, and
Yes.
we're growing at it.
Yes, we've joined the family, the Zindagi, the Radio Zindagi family. That's where
Yeah.
where we reside, and you can find us there as well as DJ Diamond NYC on the YouTube, so you can see us as well on the YouTube page.
And I've been hearing a couple of things people have been mentioning, and whatever comments you guys have, please reach out to us, no matter bad or good, because it's about trying to build something. And if we're making it a mistake, please let us know so we can fix it.
Absolutely. We are very much open to criticisms, ideas, constructive criticism, that is. So if you have any ideas, any wants that topics we can cover, people can bring it on, different educational roles, please chime in and let us know
Please
so that we
chime
can
in.
read them and follow through.
Definitely, please chime in. I mean, and we're going to be going on a couple of events coming up live.
And they can follow us there too.
And they can follow us. So we're asking. We're not asking for donations. We're asking for sponsorship to
make it a beneficial business type
for
of-
helping us help you,
to help the community.
help the community. So I'm not asking for donations. We're asking for sponsorship.
Absolutely.
We're asking for
relationships.
for relationships.
So we can bring in people. They could train or work. You never know. It's a circle of life in that space.
I must say, the donations does help, but it's more of a donation if you tell your friend, your family about us and spread that word. That's the biggest support we can actually ask for. So please, tell your friends to tune in, because this show's about them. We want we want to make call-ins and make it about the community.
Exactly. We want to hear from everybody.
All brown people.
Everyone.
The Brown Club.
The Brown Club. You know what? I'm open for all clubs to join into the Brown Club. So that's me. So we're gonna see everybody, with us and giving us their support, their ideas, their constructive criticism. I'm so open to that, and we're gonna take this out. I mean, we're gonna take it out with some music too, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna play like a couple more minutes, and then unfortunately, you got a pre-party. Yeah, we got a pre-party. But I know you have other goblins, so yeah. So unfortunately, we're gonna cut it a little bit short today than normal, but we're gonna make this happen.
Well, thank you so much. It was so nice being here with everybody. We're going to close it out with some music, and we're going to rock it.
Thank you. You guys have a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We're gonna be tuning off in a couple of minutes here.
But we're going to rock it first.
We're gonna rock it.
Yeah,
Yes,
there you
we're gonna
go.
rock it, and we're gonna go through a little bit of tracks, and then after that, we're gonna sign off. So everybody, please have a wonderful Sunday. You can catch us on live every Sunday from 11 to 2 on Radio Zindagi, or go on my YouTube page, DJ Diamond NYC. I stream every Sunday live. I start my live from like 10:50 straight up when we start live at 11 o'clock. So I know a lot of people ask me, like, you don't start at 11. Yes, we do. But we make sure we get everything running before we start for 11. So if you want to see everything that happens behind the scenes, you guys can see that. Yes, you guys can tune in at around 10:50. You're going to see us scrambling, trying to get things going. But thank you for tuning in, and definitely thank you for listening.
Awesome. Thank you.
ये कैसे है लम्हे जो इतने हंसी है मेरी आंखें मुझसे ये क्या
झुक झुक के अपने पराए मोहे देखे रुक रुक के रह जाए अखियां मोरी झुक झुक के चढ़ती उमरिया के संग संग आई कैसी मुसीबत गई भाई रे मैं तो 16 बरस की गई भाई रे मैं तो 16 बरस की गई
Coming in, eh, we ready to go, yeah. We gon' make them jump, we gon' make them turn up, we gon' make them whine, we gon' make them free up. It's deep as a bacchanal, in this big botanical, this carnival. I want you to find your way, everybody on stage, Colorado. If you're coming down from the mountain, Colorado, when the rhythm beats in town, see me jumping on the savannah grass, the savannah grass. You could see it already past red, Colorado. When the people tell you they cannot wait, Colorado, feel the spirit jumping in town. We coming home, the savannah grass, the savannah grass. We up with the sun, yeah. We take over town, yeah. We making the most, yeah. Today's not enough, girl. How you bad, so? Love we feel, how you bad, so? Body rip, how you rude, so? I wanna take a little piece of that. Just give me permission to walk you, hey. 'Cause any whining girl, I don't want to interrupt you. See, I'm telling you, baby, the way you're behaving. When you whine like that, tell nobody to stop you. Oh Lord, I wanna go down, go down. Let me see the waistline go wrong, go wrong. Bubble to the baseline, you can't sit down, girl, you can't sit down. Don't stick now, we can't go long. And you got the realest bumper in this song. It's the way you move it up and down, not the size and the shape. It's the way that you whine and the jiggle of the waist. That comfort is too real, it's dangerous. I wanna mind what you're looking dangerous. I wanna mind what you're looking danger. When like this one, grind on you, girl, it's too real, it's dangerous. I wanna mind what you're looking dangerous. I wanna mind what you're looking dangerous. Like this one, grind on you, go on, go on, go on, go on.
All right. Once again, you guys can catch me back on next week, Sunday, from 11 to 2. Everybody, please enjoy the rest of their Sunday.
दर्श दिखाया